Round one, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. This is episode 108, and we're doing Best Movies of 2015 Ladder Series Part 1, which that means this is going to be a three-part series. So when we do these yearly series, they're mostly three-part series. Maybe when we get back into like the 90s or like early 2000s, we might start just keeping it to 64. But yeah, so this will be fun. So we got one episode tonight, we got one tomorrow, and the championship on Wednesday. Just bang them out quick. And yeah, I am your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson. And of course, you know that I had to wear my foosball is the devil with some Kathy Bates there because my team did not make the Super Bowl, and also that Pro Bowl was a little weird. Like it was less of a game than anything. So, but anyways, we're here to talk movies. So let's introduce our panel for tonight. We have joining us Mr. Malcolm Lay. How's it going, Malcolm?
It's going good. And yeah, just can't wait to see what Havoc gets what. I kind of know that what Havoc's being what because I made the bracket, but
yeah. But you get to see it all unfold. So yeah, it'll be fun. So yeah, but we also have joining us Brian Nussbaum. How you doing, Brian?
Good. Here's J15 where my favorite music film, and let's see what evil the Red Rider has for us tonight.
Yeah. Then we also have joining us Mr. Jordan Owens, JPO. How's it going?
Hey there, hi there.
Hey.
Oh, there.
Oh, there.
That too.
Yep. And then also, last for now, we have Mr.
Malcolm's dog.
Even Shepard. Yeah.
Oh, see him.
Yeah. Mr. Felipe.
And of course.
And you're mute.
I actually did that on purpose because I saw Brian's post calling me always muted. So I had to do that.
Yeah.
So, and the funny thing is,
Always muted.
I'm going to do that a lot of times tonight. Some of it will probably be for real. Some of it won't.
Nice. And we will have one more person joining us a little later. We got Wolfman coming in, but he's just wrapping up a show he's a part of. So, but yeah, so this should be a fun time. I'll explain to you guys how it's going to work, just for any first timers that might be watching that aren't familiar with it. Basically, we have a tournament of 64, and we just vote round by round until we crown a grand champion. So they're all movies from 2015 except for, and I'm just going to read these up top because I have the ones that climbed up the ladder, or you could say down the ladder, because we started at 2021 originally, and that are from previous years. So there's 8 movies from previous years, plus we did a best of 2022, so we decided to include those as well because we're just overall we want to see like what are some of the greatest movies of all time. So we're seeing how these movies can stack up against other years as well. So for previous years, we have Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Moana, The Founder, Wind River, Rogue One, The Jungle Book, Deadpool, and Hell or High Water. So those are ones that were holdovers. And then from 2022, the ones that made it in, we have Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun Maverick, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, The Batman, Weird, The Al Yankovic Story, The Whale, Glass Onion, and The Menu. So you might see those pop in. This is only part 1, and everything's randomized. So there's no seeding or anything. Everything's totally random matches. So you might see some of these on this episode. You might see some on another episode. And also, you do have to vote no matter what. So if a matchup comes up, you haven't seen either one, you just vote for whichever one you think you might like more, or vote against one you think you won't like, or just to make up any reason you want. So yeah, and that's pretty much how it is. And if we have any tiebreakers, which we won't now, but we may when Wolf comes, we'll get to that when it happens. So yeah, that will do it. And then we also, since we had to add some extras, we're going to have a few playing matches. So yeah, Malcolm made some graphics for those. So I don't know if you have any order of how you want to do it, Malcolm, but I can just bring them up however you want.
Muted.
And you're muted.
There's no order.
All right, cool. So then I'll just I'll bring up in order as how they're shown on my screen here. So we'll start with the first one. This is going to be Victor Frankenstein versus Compton. So we just randomized everything. We put the holdover ones, the ones from 2022, everything in here. So that's what came up first. Victor Frankenstein versus Straight Out of Compton. So we'll start on where the latter would have began, which would be Steven Shepard. So which one would you vote for out of those two?
Well, I haven't seen either of them, but based on everything that I've heard, I think it's pretty clear that Straight Outta Compton is probably the better of the two. So I'll go with that.
Yeah. Well, JPO, what do you want to go for?
Fun fact, when I saw Victor Frankenstein in theaters, I fell asleep during all the Frankenstein parts. I saw the first 15, the last 5, and I woke up going, where was Frankenstein that whole time? But still, even after watching them both, after seeing the whole thing, still Straight Outta Compton, I think it's a much more pieced together film.
Yeah. Well, Brian, what are you going to go for?
I haven't seen Victor Frankenstein, so I'll go with Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah. And Malcolm, what do you want to vote for?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Victor Frankenstein. I think it's actually fairly underrated, but Straight Outta Compton is the better movie. So Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, and I'll make it a clean sweep. Straight Outta Compton's great. I remember the girl that I was dating at the time. I got free tickets at the movie theater, and they were only playing it in this one theater, but I guess they had expanded it to some other theater, so I knew which exact theater that I thought that it was going to be in. So we got our tickets. We went in and we're like, well, there's someone sitting in our seats that we picked. We'll just go over here, and it's like literally like almost a sold out show. And we sit down and we're like this movie's half over. We're like, what the frick? And then we're like, wait a minute, like I think this is not our theater. Awkward, and we had to just leave, and people were kind of staring at us like, get out of our way. Like, so, but yeah, and I did see Victor Frankenstein. Like this is actually like a sweet spot for me because this is when I started working at a movie theater. So since I got free tickets, I was going to the theater like basically every weekend to see it. Everything that's there. I started in January of 2015. So the first movie that I saw was the SpongeBob, Sponge Out of Water, and then just from there I saw pretty much everything after that. So yeah, and Victor Frankenstein, I think that's good. I think that it's a decent little movie. Actually, I have a poster if I could find it. It's somewhere in a big stack of one sheet movie poster, which is funny because out of the two posters, I'd rather have that Straight Outta Compton one, and I don't have one. So, but I'm gonna vote for Straight Outta Compton because yeah, it's a way better movie with all the NWA stuff. So yeah, Straight Outta Compton. So that one will move on. So we'll just remember that one. That'll face the winner of the next matchup, which is going to be Black Mass versus Mockingjay Part 2, I believe. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, Part 2.
Yeah, Part 2 says.
Yeah, so this time we will start with JPO. You're going to go.
This is kind of relatively close for me here, but just because I think it's kind of an unfair advantage, but I'm going to go with Mockingjay Part 2. I don't love the last two as I love the first two Hunger Games, but I thought it ended on a decent note. So, yeah, I'm going to put that a little bit over Black Mass.
Yeah, sounds good. Brian, what do you think here?
This is a good matchup, but for me, I'm going to go with Black Mass. I quite enjoyed Johnny Depp's performance. It's like a return of form for Johnny Depp, so I'll go with that.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I saw Black Mass for the first time the other day, and it's pretty good. But I do have a sweet spot for the Hunger Game movies. I'm going to go Mockingjay Part 2.
Yeah, and yeah, there's just something about those Hunger Game movies where there's some parts of it I don't like so much, some that I do, but I think overall I like this one quite a bit. And I did see a Black Mass, and I like the all around cast. Like it has like a pretty stacked cast if you look at the cast. I mean, besides Johnny Depp, Dakota Johnson, Joel Edgerton, Jesse Plemons, Juno Temple, Benedict Cumberbatch, David Harbour, Kevin Bacon. So and it goes on from there. There's even more. So, but I mean, I just feel like I saw Black Mass. It was a little forgettable for me, so I'll go with Mockingjay Part 2. So, Steven, what do you think?
Just barely, I'll go with Mockingjay Part 2, but I do like Black Mass a lot.
Yeah, sounds good. So it'll be Mockingjay Part 2 is moving on. Then we have our next matchups. We got 4 planes. So the next one we got Star Wars Rogue One up against Knock Knock, which might be a little lopsided here, but we'll go around and see what people have to say. Brian, what do you think?
I'm going to give it to Knock Knock on this one. It's a film that people don't really talk about that much, and it's quite enjoyable. So I'll go with Knock Knock on this one.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Rogue One is up there for my Star Wars movies, but I think Knock Knock is very underrated. And just like Keanu Reeves is great in it, and it's even Anna de Armas' first English language role as well. And she's really good in it, so I'm gonna go Knock Knock on this.
Yeah, and Knock Knock was one of the other movies that I watched for the first time for this because I'm a big Keanu Reeves fan, and I'm not a big Eli Roth fan, but I thought that this was maybe one of his better movies in it. And yeah, Keanu is great. Ana de Armas, I forget the other girl who's in it, but yeah, it's a pretty interesting movie here, but Rogue One, man, like that might be like probably my second favorite Star Wars movie. Like it's really high up there, and like what they're able to do with just a bunch of rebels running around, showing some actual wartime stuff where they're like on that planet running through the trenches and everything, and like Donnie Yen, like just there's a lot of really great things in this with barely any lightsabers to the end. So yeah, I'll go with Rogue One. Steven, what do you think?
I haven't seen Knock Knock, but I'm not as big on Rogue One as I know a lot of you are.
I'm not big on Rogue One either, so.
I mean, the last half hour is great, but up until then, it's kind of like, to me.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go with Knock Knock just because it looks great, and Keanu Reeves being seduced by those two ladies.
Yeah.
Young.
Sure, you can't go wrong there. I mean, yeah. So, JPO, what do you think?
I am flabbergasted, Jordan. This is not the way I thought this round was going to go. You even said it, lopsided, but evidently it's not. Holy shit. Yeah, I think Rogue One's one of the best spinoffs that we've had. No, the best spinoff that we've had.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. And Knock Knock, I'm sorry, I don't think executes the really cool idea that well. Probably because of Eli Roth. I didn't find it executed very well. Free pizza, man. Like it's there's a couple of memorable moments, but outside of that, no. This did not go the way I thought.
No.
Rogue One, oh my god.
Yeah, this is an upset, so we'll see what happened. Like I'm not even gonna say maybe it's an upset. That is an upset.
That's an upset. I'm messaging groups right now.
Right. We're gonna riot in the streets. But we got one more playing match. That's going to be Paul Blart Mall Cop versus the Woman in Gold. This matchup made me laugh when I saw it, but we'll see what you guys think because I mean I don't know. Like this like actually could go either way. I don't know. We'll see. So, Malcolm, you're up first.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, is a guilty pleasure of mine. I do have fun with it. But Woman in Gold is amazing. It's a very rare dramatic performance from Ryan Reynolds. And it's just a really good movie that I don't know how many people have actually seen. So I'm going to go Woman in Gold on this.
Yeah, like I'm not a big fan of either one of these because I mean, the Woman in Gold it has like period piece vibes. I know it's probably not a period piece, but it just like has those kind of vibes. But I mean, Helen Mirren is always great, and then Ryan Reynolds and like and also I can't stand the Paul Blart movies. Like those movies are not for me. Let's just make a whole movie about fat people falling down and farting and like running all over this mall or something. And it's like no, thank you, not for me. I'm good. Like it got so bad that when I worked at the movie theater, like I would make other people go and clean it, so I didn't have to see, because they do have sort of like an end credit scene, kind of, but and like a mid one, I think, and I just didn't want to have any part of it. So yeah, but so I'll go with The Woman in Gold. Steven, are you there? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. How the heck did Paul Blart make enough money to actually warrant a sequel?
Yeah, to warrant a sequel. I was like shout that from the rooftops while I worked at a theater when this thing came out.
That movie is beyond awful. Yeah, I haven't seen either of these. I'll probably, even though Neil McDonough, I believe, is in Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, and I've
Yes,
always
he
been
is.
and I've always been a fan of his. I'm still, I'm still gonna go with Woman in Gold, because that looked okay, but Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, yeah, no.
Yeah, that. Like, who's that movie for? That's what I want to know. Who it's for.
Well, I mean, it's one of those ones like its budget was only 26 million. It made almost 190 million like worldwide. So I mean, it's easy to see why it's got a sequel.
Yeah,
I know it made money. I'm saying, how did it make enough money to warrant a sequel?
Families or something. I don't know. But
it worked because it was a PG movie with Kevin James, who people do like, so it made money because
and the right
families
role,
went even more than like an Sandler movie to a degree. That's because a lot of families went.
In the right role, I like Kevin James. I loved him in
It a shot.
I loved him in
Here
Hitch.
Comes the Boom.
But Here Comes the Boom actually is a charming movie.
I agree.
But not Paul Blart. No.
Yeah. Well, JPO, what do you think?
I'll almost slightly defend the first movie. I think there is moments in it, with the daughter, where like I don't hate it. I could see why 10-year-olds saw it and told other 10-year-olds to go see it from that perspective. Second one is pretty much the abysmal thing that you think it's gonna be. But I never saw Woman in Gold, and I'll be that guy that at least give to the movie I did see, Paul Blart 2. Fart.
Yeah. Seriously. Like, yeah. That movie, I don't know. But
I'm fine if whatever Woman in Gold is makes a third.
yeah, right. That's Helen Mirren, so so we don't have any
I didn't vote yet.
Oh yeah, Brian. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'll also defend the first Paul Blart. It's a fun diehard ass comedy. I wasn't a big fan of the sequel, but I haven't seen Woman in Gold, so I'll go with that one.
Yeah, and I was also going to say that the YouTube channel that I watched, the channel it's called J Stew, but they have this ongoing petition to try and get Kevin James to make a Paul Blart Mall Cop 3, and they act kind of serious about it. I don't know if it's a joke or if they're serious, but I don't know. But who knows?
You could do a whole Happy Madison tournament. There's plenty of films for that.
yeah. But yeah, we obviously didn't know the winners of these. We don't have graphics made from, but the first matchup is going to be Straight Outta Compton versus Mockingjay Part 2 is what it's going to be. So.
It is not. I've got. I didn't place in another areas anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
I was just getting the bracket finished off by placing those runs in the places.
Oh, so you actually have spots for those. Okay.
So the way I randomized it, I actually left. So they didn't end up going up against each other in there. I kept 4 matchups with 1 empty spots. With places
cool. Then we'll just give Malcolm a minute to just kind of put those in, and whenever you're ready, you can share it on the screen.
It will be shared in a minute.
Okay, sounds good. Then we'll have graphics for everything. So nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm pretty interested to see because we got more of those holdovers than usual. So we'll see how it ends up here. But but yeah, we got for anyone who didn't see the little intro, part 1 tonight, part 2 tomorrow, championship on Wednesday. We're not always going to do it that way. We're trying to put a little space between these because that's why my usual co-host Austin can't be here because he's like, yeah, that's too many in a row. I had something on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He's like, I need one
Yeah,
day
you
off.
start every day, I believe.
Yeah. So-
Anyway, the bracket is shared.
All right, cool. Then we'll pull that up, and then you can reveal the first match of the first of this bracket.
Okay.
All right. So we got Ted 2 versus Entourage. All right, cool.
All comedies.
Yeah, and I believe that it's me first this time. And yeah, so the good thing is, like, I didn't have to do like a whole lot of catching up. I only had like 6 movies I hadn't seen in this whole bracket because this was my sweet spot of seeing most of these movies, and I've seen both of these. And the Entourage movie's fine. Like, I don't know. I don't really think it really needed a movie. Like, the show's good, and I actually kind of like the show even better than this movie, what they did here. So, but Ted 2 is great. Like, I think Ted 2 is a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind maybe even seeing a Ted 3, possibly make it a trilogy. But
They're doing a prequels TV series.
Yeah, it's for
Oh, yeah,
Peacock, I believe.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're doing the TV series. So cool. So yeah, I'll vote for Ted 2. Steven, what do you think here?
Is he there? There he is.
Yeah, nobody wants to see me eat, so that's why I've
Oh.
been.
Okay.
I bet you there is a fan base out there that does want to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Bang.
Fun
And wants to
fact.
hear it like right into the mic.
Fun fact. Mark Wahlberg wins no matter what.
Oh, yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
that's
good
true. Yep.
Because like, I don't remember. Was he like a co-creator of
He
Entourage?
produced it. He produced Entourage.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's in the movie too. I was on the
He
TV
is, I
show a couple times.
believe.
Yeah.
But I haven't. Based on the first Ted, I'll go with Ted. But I've never seen the TV show Entourage, so I didn't watch the movie. I do want to see it eventually, but just haven't gotten around to seeing it yet. So, but I'll go with Ted 2.
Oh yeah. The TV show is known for like having all those cameos. There's a lot of cameos in this show, but
Even the movie as well.
yeah, and in the movie. But JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, this was both 2 comedies I actually had decent expectations for because I've seen every episode of Entourage. I think a couple times actually. I find it a very easily delectable show. But yeah, the movie was just kind of like, all right. I didn't really feel like they needed to do the movie. It just felt like another episode that's kind of mediocre. It's not bad, but it's not like, even when I kind of go back to rewatch the show, I'm not really like that psyched to see the movie. And it kind of does one of my least favorite things. It kind of ruins even the finale in a way, because there's like a character they just kind of ditch at the movie. They're like, it didn't work out. All right, kind of kills the finale now. Ted 2, I don't think it's as good as the first one, but a pretty decent follow-up here, man. Like, the laughs are there. I kind of sucks that Lacuna's not in it, but like, the laughs are still there. I enjoyed catching up with these characters. And I too kind of wish, instead of a prequel, I wish we just had a normal 3. But Ted 2 is pretty cool, so I'm gonna go Ted 2. Definitely made me laugh more.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines from Ted 2 is when they tell Amanda Seyfried that she has Gollum eyes, because if you look at her, she kind of has Gollum eyes. Yeah. But Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, both of these are great. Have a lot of these cameos. I'll go with Ted 2 on this one. I had a lot of fun with it. You even get Michael Dorn makes an appearance as Patrick Warburton's boyfriend. You even get the whole climax as like a Comic-Con esque at the end.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of good laughs with this, so Ted 2 gets my vote.
Yeah, with some legit TMNT costumes. Those were like
Tech
some pretty cool looking ones. Yeah. but Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, this is easily Ted 2 for me. No, I didn't care. I haven't seen Entourage, and so I don't bother with the movie.
yeah, that's fair. So it'll be Ted 2.
A clean sweep.
All right. Yeah, clean sweep. All right. Glass Onion versus the Minions. All right. So it'll be Steven first. So what do you think here?
He muted.
He muted.
That time actually was for real.
Okay, nice.
that
you
was not a fake. Um, I will go with since I like the first Knocked Up a lot. I will go with Glass Onion.
Yeah.
You say knocked up.
I mean, Knives
I
Out.
meant Knives Out. Whatever.
Yeah. GPO.
Yeah, I barely even want to waste my breath on this. I don't Minions. I like the Despicable Me trilogy, and then they just went with the side characters that should be side characters for their own movies. So these Minions movies don't really do much for me. I don't hate them like Cars, but I don't really like them that much. Glass Onion was one of my favorite movies of last year. Top 5, Glass Onion.
Yeah. Well, Brian, what do you think?
I'm not a big fan of the Minions movie. The sequel was much better than the first one. I'll go with Glass Onion.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm?
I mean, I'm one of those ones that didn't hate the first Minions movie, but Glass Onion is better, so Glass Onion.
Yeah. Like, I'm of the camp, like Minions didn't ever need their own movie. They're just fine side characters. And, yeah, I wasn't a big fan when I had to go and clean in the theater and, like, hear them singing, like, gibberish Beatles songs. And, yeah, it's like, no, not for me. So, yeah. Glass Onion, let's make it a clean sweep. Right, let's see what we got.
Focus up against the Good Dinosaur.
Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, Austin was maybe kind of right. Like he's going to be like, we're going to have all the mediocre or bad movies in the first tournament. I'll come for part 2, which are not all bad, but there's some lower tiered ones here, I feel like.
I mean, what I'm going to say is anyone really going to vote for the Good Dinosaur over Focus?
No.
Well, I've never seen Focus. That'd be the only reason, because I have seen the Good Dinosaur.
I'm not a big fan of Good Dinosaur. I'll mind passing it.
Yeah, I mean, we could just pass Focus through if you want.
Yeah,
sure. Let's just save some time.
Revenant up against Hot Tub Time Machine.
All right, 2 pretty different ones, but yeah, we'll talk about it.
This is going to be another easy one, but okay.
Yeah.
Same here.
So, JPO, you're up. So, what do you think?
Yeah, take what I said about Tattoo, but definitely lessen it by a few levels, and you get Hot Tub Time Machine 2. Most gags don't work here. Actually, the longest ending gag about how they gotta fuck each other, and I don't know. I just didn't like it too much. You lose John Cusack, and I love Adam Scott, but it definitely felt like you were missing part of what made the first one work. And I really like the Revenant here. I think it's absolutely gorgeously shot here. It's what finally got DiCaprio's Oscar. Yeah, you could argue he should have had it before, but I think he's worthy enough to get it here. And that was a really good tale. So Revenant.
Yeah, sounds good. Brian, what are you gonna go with?
Hot Tub Time Machine wasn't that big fan. It wasn't that fun, not that well fight in the first one. I'll go Revenant on this one.
Yeah, Malcolm, what do you think?
See, this is where my name Hot Take comes into play, because I actually really liked Hot Tub Time Machine 2 better than the first one.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, it was a good performance from Leo. I just didn't care about the actual movie, The Revenant, so I'm going to go Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
Yeah, this was kind of interesting for me, because I don't really love either one of these movies. And but I do think, though, that Leo gave an amazing performance. He probably deserved the Oscar, but the overall movie, it's kind of like a great performance in a like not that great movie, which I kind of saw some not on this level. I saw Infinity Pool, and like Mia Goth given like an Oscar-worthy performance in a sucky movie, but the Revenant isn't sucky. It's good, but it's just like I don't love it. I just it was like Leo was the only thing I liked about it. So and Hot Tub Time Machine 2, I like it too. Like I like throwing Adam Scott in there, and like I'm a big proponent of like putting more of these actors to work and things like I want to see more Clark Duke or like Craig Robinson or some of those guys, but I'll still go for the Revenant. I think it deserves to at least move to the second round. So, Steven?
As I was compiling a list of 2015 and movies that I've seen from 2015. Here's the thing about this year. There's a lot of movies that I've either seen or I think I saw, but don't remember much about it. I definitely saw Hot Tub Time Machine 2. I don't really remember much about it other than it's just a it pales in comparison to the first one.
Yeah.
So I'm not as much in love with The Revenant as a lot of people, but it's still a very good movie. Definitely beautifully shot. The bear attack sequence is intense.
Yeah.
I will definitely over Hot Tub Time Machine 2. I will definitely give it to The Revenant.
Yeah. So it'll be The Revenant moving on.
I wish I had seen The Revenant in theaters. I might. Who knows? I might like it more if.
Yeah, that's probably a little better in theaters, I'd say. Yeah. So do you want to do Welcome to the Jungle? And that's when
Marnie
was
was there.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's an anime. Okay. Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Jumanji this one. I quite enjoyed this film a lot. I never even heard of it when it was there, so Jumanji gets my pick.
Yeah, that was my question. Has anyone even heard of it? Because if no one's heard of it, we can just put through to Jumanji.
I've heard of it.
Well, then, what do you think, Malcolm?
Look, when Marnie was there, it was a Studio Ghibli movie, and it was actually a really sweet story. And I mean, I'm still going to go Jumanji over it, but it's really close for me though. So Jumanji.
Yeah, and I'll just make it quick. Like I don't really know what when Marnie was there is, except for what Malcolm said about it. And Jumanji is great. All these guys surprised me. So yeah, and I'm most of the time gonna vote for Karen Gillan and things because I'm a fan. So, but well, so Jumanji is what my vote is. Steven.
Yep. I don't even know if I've ever even seen any anime movie, let alone this one. So yeah, Jumanji.
Yeah, sounds good. JPO.
Marnie might have been there at some point. I was never there in the theater to see it, so I'm gonna go with Jumanji.
Yeah.
I dug these last two. I enjoyed everyone that was in it, playing different characters. So Jumanji, pretty
fun. Sounds good. No, Jumanji is Love and Mercy
up against Maps to the Stars.
Okay.
It's a mediocre one so far.
Yeah, and I think it is Malcolm first. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these. Maps to the Stars is the David Cronenberg movie, which actually does sound pretty interesting. I think it's got Julianne Moore in it, from what I remember. Yeah. But Love and Mercy is a movie that people have been saying that I should watch at some stage because it's about the Brian Wilson, who's part of the Beach Boys. It's got Paul Dano in it. So I'm going to go Love and Mercy on this.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, this is John Cusack versus John Cusack. He's in both of these movies. So, yeah, and I've never seen Maps to the Stars though. I don't really know anything about it. But you say Cronenberg, and Cronenberg always intrigues me because he's kind of divisive. I either really dig his movies or I hate him. So it just depends on. But Love and Mercy was great. Like when I was a kid, the Beach Boys were my number one favorite band. Like before they had like any kind of like streaming or downloading music, I would like scan the oldies radio stations waiting for those Beach Boys songs to come on and then just crank it up. And the very first album that I ever owned, well, two, it was the Beach Boys' Endless Summer and the Beach Boys' Their Greatest Hits. So yeah, I'm a huge Beach Boys fan, and yeah, I think that they portrayed it very well. Having Paul Dano and John Cusack play Brian Wilson at two different times in his life, and like some of the things you find out, and also Paul Giamatti playing just like a real son of a bitch guy that really like did some horrible things to Brian Wilson. So yeah, I'll vote for Love and Mercy. Steven? And you're muted.
No,
Okay.
okay. I googled Map of the Stars, and it's saying it's a 2014 movie. So I'll go with Love and Mercy.
I will say, Maps of the Stars, I was a limited in 2014, but 2015 was when it had its wide release.
Yeah,
we're all
yeah,
movie
I
fans.
see
We
that.
know how that shit happens. We
Like
get it.
comparison.
Yeah,
Your
we
release
get
date
it.
was a limited in but it was February 27th, 2015 was what I'm seeing here. So, but
Well, it's saying here on Rotten Tomatoes that its streaming release date was April 14th, 2015.
yeah,
me,
streaming
It says for me October 31st, 2014, Canada, February 27th, 2015.
well, who
Just-
knows? It got to release.
Just go, guys. If you go to
Yeah.
Letterboxd right now, Letterboxd says Megan, Sick, and Shotgun Wedding are all 2022 releases, and no one saw them until 2023.
Yeah,
It happens.
Well,
Not that
GPO?
matters because Love and Mercy is still gonna win.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What do you think, JPO?
No, absolutely. Yeah, I never saw Map to the Stars. You said it's Cronenberg. Kind of like you said, that intrigues me, but I never saw great reviews. It never really kind of came across me on like a streaming, so I never saw it. Love and Mercy, you already kind of saying it's praised, and it's true. I think Cusack's great in it. Even Dano, Paul Giamatti's kind of that great guy who's kind of taking advantage of him, trying to hide him from like Elizabeth Banks at points. It's very intriguing. It's kind of heartbreaking at points. It's actually a really good flick that is worth checking out. It's really good actually. Love and Mercy.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think?
I haven't seen Map of the Stars either, so I'll go Love and Mercy. I love the Beach Boys, so I'll go that one.
Yeah. And
I think Map of the Stars.
you were first, Malcolm, right? Yeah.
I
okay,
started,
cool.
yes.
Yeah, Map of the Stars actually has a really strong cast because it's got Julianne Moore, Mia Wasikowska, John Cusack, Robert Pattinson, Olivia Williams.
Yeah. Not bad. But we got
Home up against Top Gun Maverick.
Is anyone vote for Home here?
no, we can just put through Top Gun Maverick, I think, here.
Home is one of those
Oh.
movies that annoyed me because I remember my nephews watched it a lot.
Yeah,
I'm going for that full Steve Martin performance.
And Jim Parsons, is like playing the voice? Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Rock the Casbah up against 2015 Cinderella.
All right. And I believe it's me first. And I've never seen Rock the Casbah. I don't really know like much about it besides a couple of quick little trailers that I remember seeing. But Cinderella is actually one of the live action Disney ones I actually kind of liked. I thought that they followed the story pretty well. I thought all the actors were really solid. And yeah, I thought Kate Blanchett gave a great performance as the stepmother, and yeah, I thought it was pretty good all around. So I'll vote for Cinderella pretty easy. Steven?
You know what? I haven't seen either of these, but Rock the Casbah is directed by Barry Levinson, and it's got Bill Murray, Bruce Willis, Zooey Deschanel, Kate Hudson,
Oh wow.
Danny McBride, Scotty Kahn. So Shia LaBeouf is in it.
I had no idea.
I'll give it to Rock the Casbah.
Yeah,
Even though Cinderella
okay.
is probably the better movie, but I'll still give it to Rock the Casbah.
Yeah. GPO, what do you think?
Yeah, I never got to Cinderella. I was, kind of lukewarm on some of these, reboots. Although I've heard it is maybe by some people one of the better ones. But I just never got to it. Rock the Casbah, man, it has its moments. It is unfortunate. Again, that cast, the script does not live up to that cast here. I think that's why it's kind of fallen under the radar over the years. Because on paper, this thing should be really great, and it's just alright. But again, I saw it, so Rock the Casbah.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Cinderella this one. It's one of my top 5 favorite live action remakes. It's has great casting. Kate Blanchett as the evil stepmother. You get more backstories to Cinderella and the prince, and I quite enjoy it a lot more. So Cinderella.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen Rock the Casbah, so I'm going to go Cinderella. But that cast doesn't sound intriguing to make me kind of want to see it.
Yeah. but it'll be Cinderella. Let's see what we got next.
The Rail up against
All right.
Moana.
Ooh, all right. Well, Steven, you'll be first here.
Haven't seen the whale. Moana is pretty good, so not great, but pretty good. So I'll go with Moana.
Yeah, JPO.
Damn, this is a tough one, man. Whenever this happens on the show, because again, it really just depends on kind of what your like taste is. Because I think they're both masterpieces in a way of what they're going for. Will is heartbreaking and literally had me verklempt, as Mike Myers on SNL would say. But Moana's a banger of a cartoon, man. The songs work, the characters work. I mean, I'm just gonna even it up, luckily, because I'm second and say the whale. But it's close.
Yeah. Well, Brian, what do you think?
I haven't seen the whale. Moana's like top 10 Disney film for me. Love the music, love the characters. Like I said, accept you welcome for Moana.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
I mean, with the themes of Moana, it's kind of an unfortunate match up for the Rail and Away.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, I haven't seen the Rail. I was hoping to get to it before this, but just didn't get to have the money. So I'm going to have to go to Moana.
Yeah. Yeah, I never saw the whale either. It's just one of those unfortunate blind spots that I just didn't quite get to, because I actually watched a lot in 2022, but I just didn't quite make it to the whale. But I still do. I definitely want to see it. Brendan Fraser's like one of my favorite actors, but I think I got to give it to Moana. There's one that I didn't rush out to see, but I think I caught it in like the tail end of when it was in theaters, and I'm really glad I did, because all those songs really pop in the theater hearing it on the sound system. So yeah, I'll go with Moana.
Next up, we've got It Follows up against Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl.
Ooh, this one is actually kind of hard for me. But I think is it JPA?
Shit, it's me, right? Yeah, damn. I want to hear other people's opinions too, because again, I'd say this is kind of close. It follows. It's an interesting concept here. Just something. It's going to constantly follow you no matter how far you go, unless you have to transport it to the next person here. And I think the horror works. I think the intro is really good. Earl and the Dying Girl is really good though as well too, man. It kind of gets you. It also has like fun movie making elements in it as well. And for the performances, so because I'm a softie, me, Earl, and the Dying Girl.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think?
I haven't seen either, but the concept for Me or the Dying Girl sounds very intriguing. So Me or the Dying Girl.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen It Follows once and just didn't care for it. It's one that I was going to hopefully go back and rewatch and see if I feel any different about it. But that being said, I just finished watching Me and the Dying Girl not long before coming on the stream, and I really loved it. I thought it was really charming, and that, so I'm going to go Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. Yeah,
this one's tough because like I really like both of these movies. I mean, maybe the hardest matchup here, and yeah, I saw Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl pretty recently, like 6 months ago or something, and yeah, that's a really cool, just like a charming. That's probably the best way to put it, because yeah, and I really liked the best friend that's played by R.J. Seiler, which was Earl, and a lot of things about friendship and also like relationships and like that kind of thing. And then you got Nick Offerman and Connie Britton being the parents, and even John Bernthal and shows up as the teacher. Even Molly Shannon and like the other girl's mom. But It Follows though just blew me away as far as horror making goes. Like it's just really creepy the way it's shot, the way the music's done, and it's just one of these things that kind of sounds almost like a cliched concept. Like this thing follows you, and then the only way to get rid of it is you have to have sex with it with somebody to pass it on. But like it actually works. It's actually really creepy. This thing does not stop. It does not sleep. It just keeps coming and coming and coming for you. There's some really creepy things, like when the girl gets her hair pulled, she's sitting on like at the beach, and then like there's just like some really like just creepy things. So I think it's one of the better horror movies of the last like 10 years. So I'll vote for It Follows. Steven?
I saw It Follows when it was in theaters, and I thought it was pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. So I'll go with It Follows.
Yeah. Well, we got a couple of votes, but I think it'll be me, Earl, and the Dying
It'll be
Girl.
me, Earl, and the Dying Girl.
Yeah.
We've got Anomalisa up against Wind River.
Oh, this one's easy for me,
I
but
mean, we could pass it. I never heard of Anomalisa.
I never saw it.
I want to talk about it.
okay.
I
Well,
never
the movie
saw-
I'm never ever gonna see, but we'll.
No, I will hype it up and you will see it.
Okay. But it'll be Brian first, so.
Yeah, haven't heard of Anomalisa. When it was easy, it's all missed by 138 for me. So Wind River.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
But yeah, I haven't seen Anomalisa. I know exactly what JPO wants to talk about because it's that directed by Charlie.
No! You save it for me.
Too late. But that being said, I really love Wind River, and so I'm going to vote for it.
Yeah, like I'm not a big Charlie Kaufman guy. I'm just not. But I mean,
Boot yourself from your own stream.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not a big like Man in the Moon and some of those, but
Man in the Moon's got nothing to do with him.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I thought-
Andy Kaufman.
oh,
I see what you did.
Okay. So maybe I'm getting him backward. Well, like Andy Kaufman's where he's like portraying him, but like maybe I have Charlie Kaufman and I'm thinking of somebody else. But anyways, despite that, it's a period piece that like just doesn't look that in a trigger. I see all these British actors and just people that I'm just not
a period.
that, like,
a period piece
like
is like Cyrano. This is not a period piece. It takes place in this decade.
Well, maybe it just plays off like that. I don't know. Like it seems like one to me. But Wind River's great. I think it has a great cast all the way around. It takes place not too far from where I live actually, because I'm like close to the Wyoming border, and yeah, and also like we gotta support Jeremy Renner after he just went through his almost near death that he had. So yeah, I'll vote for Wind River. Steven.
Man, there's a part of me. If Anomalisa was going up against a movie that I had seen that I'm more lukewarm about, I might go for Anomalisa. Since I haven't seen it, but it looked really good from the trailers. The animation looks fantastic, and I haven't seen any of Kaufman's directing movies. But obviously, as a writer, I mean, he did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
John
Mind.
Malkovich.
Well, actually, I didn't care for that one. But Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, Human Nature is an underrated one. Adaptation. Yeah. So yeah, I want to see it, as well as I know he's directed 3 movies. I know
Synecdoche, New York.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Netflix one, I can't remember. It had something about ending.
Oh,
I'm thinking of ending things.
There you go. That's it.
Okay, yeah, I want to see all 3 of those actually. So, but
Synecdoche,
New York sounded especially interesting, and Anomalisa looks like it has great.
You're saying none of these titles right, but that's fine.
Yeah,
that's why I was didn't know I wanted to even bother saying Synecdoche, New York.
No, it took me a while. Too. I didn't know it on paper.
But I got to go with Wind River since it's actually great.
Synecdoche, New York, adaptation. No.
Well, adaptation is not a hard word. That's not bad. That's not a hard one.
No.
Yes, Anomalisa. It's a really interesting film here, man. As Steven kind of set up, the animation's great. It's mind trippy, like a being John Malkovich, or like an adaptation in the good way. So yeah, I definitely do highly recommend it. I liked it. Here's the fucked up part, though. I'm still voting for Wind River. I really love Wind River.
Yeah.
But I did
Well,
want to
we'll
shout
talk
some
about
love
it.
to Anomalisa since I'm the only one that saw it.
Sure, yeah. Well, Wind River.
Oh shit, I'm saying it like Steven now. Anomalisa. Shit, I'm saying it like Steven now. Damn it.
Anomalisa, yeah.
Now we've got Point Break up against Aloha.
Oh man,
This is actually hard in a bad way.
Yeah, PU. So, it'll be Malcolm first.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't care for the original Point Break that was done in the 90s with Keanu Reeves, so I didn't even bother seeing the remake. I've seen Aloha. I'm going to vote for Aloha because I've seen it.
All right. Well, I've seen both of these movies, and they are both terrible. And somebody gifted me a copy of Point Break back in 2015, and it's still in the plastic. All that.
I was gonna say, and then
haven't
we
even cracked
stopped
it open.
being friends, and I said,
Yeah.
bad friend.
Yeah, that was the last time I saw them.
Yeah.
But
Murdered him.
yeah, but like Aloha is just so boring. I remember like actually falling asleep in the theater. Like I just like, and I rarely fall asleep in the theater. I have a hard time like just sleeping, and unless it's like nice recliner seats, maybe. But yeah, like I don't know, Steven. Maybe you can explain what happened to your boy Cameron Crowe because he like shit the bed here. But yeah, so like I just can't vote. Like it's so boring, and it's a movie that looks like it has so much potential. Like I guess Point Break has some cool stunts in it that look kind of cool, so I'll vote Point Break. Sure. Steven?
Yeah, as alluded to, I am a huge Cameron Crowe fan. Aloha's one of two, well, three if you count Fast Times at Ridgemont High, since I know I think he wrote that movie. Of his movies that I have not seen, I don't know if I want to watch it just because I've loved most of his movies, and even the ones that I don't love, I like. So I don't want that perfect resume to be ruined by one movie.
Yeah. And it will be, I'm telling you.
Be a completionist, Stephen. You know you want.
Yeah.
Point Break, not good. I mean, there's some of the stunts are cool and the cinematography, but it just pales in comparison to the original, and the chemistry is just not there. I mean, say what you will about them, but I thought Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze have great chemistry in the original Point Break. Here, it's just not there. So I will actually go with Aloha, even though I haven't seen it, since Point Break is an extremely mediocre movie.
Yeah, sure. Well, no, JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, this is hard and not in a great way. I think Steven kind of said how I feel, which is like, I think Point Break, maybe if you found like a better two leads, could have been another notch above where this one is, because like there's some like action elements that kind of do work, but then you're just never that invested in these characters here. Well, Aloha is kind of the opposite, where it's like I kind of like this character, and you got a great A-list cast here, but there's a reason why I don't think anyone's why Cameron Crowe hasn't made a movie now in 8 years since this movie Aloha. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Aloha by a hair here.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show, Wolfman. We'll get back to you on this stinker of a matchup, but yeah, we'll go to Brian. What do you think here?
I have not seen Point Break. I would love to see that remake of it. I'll go with Aloha based on the cast.
Sure. Malcolm.
I went first on this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think Wolfman is the only one not to.
Wolf, what do you think between Aloha and Point Break?
Oh, God, I can't believe these both actually made it on here, but because they're both like shit. But
yeah,
but I will say that Aloha has Rachel McAdams, and that's enough to like kind of forgive it, but not because it's still a bad movie. But like, Rachel McAdams is like my fourth, fifth ever, forget where, celebrity crush. So I love her. So like, I'll give it to that just based alone on Rachel McAdams. But
Yeah.
both
Sure,
of these
well-
movies, I saw them both, and like they were both just utterly forgettable.
Yeah.
So if that it moves on, and I'd like to congratulate Wyndham for already moving on to round 3.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But
Winning
we've got
championship.
the SpongeBob movie. I believe it's
Sponge
Sponge
Out of Water.
Water
Yeah.
up against 99 Homes.
All right, so it's me first this time, and I just watched 99 Homes for the first time this morning to prep for this, and man, this movie's good. This movie's freaking great. Like I don't know why I never saw it. Like I meant to see it, and then I just forgot about it. And yeah, and just an amazing performance for Michael Shannon, Andrew Garfield, Laura Dern, and it. Like it's just a really kind of interesting way of like looking at like the like real estate and like I don't know, like evicting people from their homes. Kind of interesting because I've got a lot of a few people who do real estate in my family. Mostly my brother's the main one who does it. And he talks about it all the time. But and a SpongeBob Sponge out of water. I think that's the one with David Hasselhoff like just going
No,
across.
that's the first. That's the
No,
first.
that's the very first.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if this was the
The
first.
second was Antonio Banderas.
Oh yeah, okay. With Antonio Banderas, I have seen it. Kind of forgettable for me. I don't hate things. These just SpongeBob movies. I think there is fun to be had, but yeah, 99 Homes is just killer. It is so good. So yeah, I got about 99 Homes. Wolfman, what do you think?
I have been meaning to get around to 99 Homes. I've not seen it. If it makes it into the championship, I'll definitely see it. But but I mean, it's already got one issue going for it. Is that it's not 100 homes? Why are we just missing one home? Like, what was wrong with that one home? Why was that home bad enough to not be included? It's just
it kind of makes sense. Like if you watch it, but in a way, they do talk about 100 homes in that movie, not 99. So
interesting. But no, SpongeBob SquarePants. I never even watched this one just because, like, I grew up on the 2D animated SpongeBob, and I watched the trailer for this, and I was like, I just don't like the animation. I just don't like what they're doing with the SpongeBob character. And SpongeBob just isn't funny anymore. It used to be, but it's just not funny anymore. And so I think it's still going too, which is like ridiculous.
Yeah,
but it's like, but yeah. So for me, I am a lot more interested in seeing 99 Homes, so I'll give it to that.
Yeah, I think 99 Homes is the one that's up your alley, Wolf. I think you'd really like it. So
yeah,
but
I really want to see it.
But Felipe or Steven, what do you think?
I haven't seen either of the two. I am definitely much more likely to watch 99 Homes than I am to watch SpongeBob. So 99 Homes.
Yeah. Well, JPO?
Yeah. I mean, Wolfman kind of said, like, this is SpongeBob's fine, but it's not really kind of my SpongeBob, and I never really walk out of any of the SpongeBob movies so far like absolutely in love. 99 Homes is a pretty interesting tale here, man. Garfield's really good. Shannon is a great twofer here. I don't know how far it'll make it for me, but it's definitely gonna win this round for me. 99 Homes.
Yeah. Well, Brian, what do you think?
I'm going to give it SpongeBob this one. I like how most of the film has the 2D animation in it till the third act, where you get to the live action part on land with SpongeBob and the gang as superheroes take on Antonio Banderas' villainous role, and it's a good sequel to it. I'll go to SpongeBob.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen 99 Homes. I did enjoy SpongeBob Out of Water enough, but it's just one of those ones that to me, it felt like 3 SpongeBob episodes just mashed into one movie. Like each one didn't really have much of a connection between it, unlike the first one. So just because of that, I'm going to go for 99 Homes, even though I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Will be 99 homes. Moving on.
Next up, we've got Magic Mike XXL up against
Oh
Everest.
my god.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I mean, you have
No.
a third one coming out this year for Magic Mike.
Yeah, it comes out in like a week or something. But and it's Wolfman first.
Oh my god. Magic Mike. XXL.
Yeah.
I had a story where I like saw this with like an ex one time. Like I think I took her to go see it, and she was like literally gushing the whole movie. It was like
Yep.
she didn't even like pay attention to me or nothing. She was just into that movie. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, and I was just sitting there bored out of my mind. But I've not seen Everest. I do want to see it though. It sounds like something that'd be up my alley. I saw the trailer, and the trailer just was actually wait, no. I think my mom had this on TV on like I think it was on a streaming service, and she played this once. I think I did see it. I just don't remember it too well. But I'm pretty sure I did see it. I need to see it again though. But yeah, no, I remember it being solid. So I definitely would give this to Everest. Now, if it was the first Magic Mike, I actually think that's like a legit good movie, surprisingly. So like I would actually that would be more tougher. But Magic Mike XXL, not so much.
Yeah. Well, Steven, what do you think?
You know, it's funny. I think Everest is one of those movies that I rented off of Redbox. Never watched it though, and
You just rented it but didn't watch it.
yeah. So now I actually own. So I technically own it now because I never returned it.
Oh, really? Nice.
I'll go with Everest just because I might have. I don't really have much interest. I don't. The Magic Mike movies to me are whatever. I don't have much interest in watching them.
Yeah.
Even though I know the first one was directed by Steven Soderbergh, but I don't even remember who directed this one.
I'm not even sure. Who knows? But yeah, JPO, what do you think?
No, kind of going off what the last couple of contestants here said. That first Magic Mike is really good because, like, yeah, on paper, I don't want to see that. It's a good movie. It's Steven Soderbergh. It's about characters. This is about trying to find, what can get you, your next goal in life and succeeding at something and being an entrepreneur in a way too. Matthew McConaughey is great in it, and then this one is kind of more so. It's too long. There is just pretty much just dancing. It's the movie you kind of think the first one is. Everest is really good, based on a true story of unfortunately the wrong place, wrong time in Everest. And there's some great people in this: Josh Brolin, Jake Gyllenhaal, Jason Clarke, who's always really good. So yeah, it pretty much delivers on what you expect and in a good way. So Everest definitely wins this one.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, I echo what JPO and the other people said about Magic Mike. The first one, it's a no-brainer. The second one, I don't remember if I seen it or not, so I'll go Everest.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen the sequel to Magic Mike. I don't really care for the first one, to be honest. But Everest kind of has a special place in my heart because it is about a New Zealand exhibition up Everest. And yeah, so yeah, I'm going Everest on this.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's pretty easy. Like you got to go with Everest. I mean, I'm not the biggest Jason Clarke guy, but I mean that's fine. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal and Josh Brolin and Sam Worthington, they all do quite a bit here, and I think that the Everest is a solid movie, and Magic Mike, the most entertaining thing about it was working at the movie theater and like seeing a whole entire theater sold out of only women, and they're just hooting and hollering at the screen the whole entire movie. Ow! Take it off, yeah, baby, woo! And like just like waving their hands in the air and just I don't know, being all I don't know, just having fun with it. But it's just like it's all about the dancing, not as much storyline there. So I'll vote Everest. So.
Also, I know you meant Josh Brolin, but you said James Brolin. That's
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Josh. Yeah.
we've got
Ooh,
Steve Jobs. I think
okay.
it's Straight Outta Compton.
Here we go. Now we got to match them.
Now this is a tough one.
Yeah. So it'll be Steven first. So.
Well, it's not tough for me since I've seen one and haven't seen the other. So I'll go with the one that I've seen, Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Sounds good. JPO.
Well, that is the one with Michael Fassbender, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're not.
Yeah.
You're not
Not
voting for Ashton
Jaws.
Kutcher. Don't worry.
Ashton Kutcher was
Okay.
2013.
Yeah, no, this is truly tough here, man. Straight Outta Compton is obviously your more traditional biopic. You get to kind of go into the world of these guys. Steve Jobs, I think, did a really interesting thing of really kind of focusing on these like 2-3 moments in his life, and I really like both. I'm leaning towards Steve Jobs. I just think between that Fassbender performance, Kate Winslet, even Seth Rogen as Wozniak, I thought it was one of the best screenplays. Not surprising because I believe it's Sorkin. And yeah, I'm going to go Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, this is legitimately tough for me. Both great biopics. I'll take Jacob Barber logic. If these two were placed in front of me, I'll take Steve Jobs in this one. It has also a great dramatic performance by Seth Rogen, who did a pretty good job in this one.
Oh yeah. Sure. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, this is easy for me. I've only seen one, and I've seen Straight Outta Compton. I've always wanted to see Steve Jobs. It just hasn't. It's unfortunately just hasn't been streaming anywhere close to me. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're both really solid movies, but one of these actually makes my top 128, and I'm surprised that it actually did. But that movie, Steve Jobs, like that. Like I'm not a big Apple guy. Like I'm kind of like one of those almost kind of anti-Apple guy. I don't like shout it from the rooftops, but I just actively don't buy Apple products. But because I've had issues with them in the past. But anyways, for the movies though, like I think that the movie's really great though. Like it, like I'm a big fan of Danny Boyle, except for Sunshine. Like if you watched a few episodes back, I like crapped all over that movie because I did not like it. But the rest of his movies I really dig, and especially anything written by Aaron Sorkin. Like the dialogue is just like really top notch, and Straight Outta Compton's cool. Oh, maybe he didn't, but whoever wrote it did a great job.
Was I just making shit up? Oops.
Because it feels like an Aaron Sorkin one, and I know he works with Danny Boyle sometimes, Straight Outta Compton though had some.
No, he wrote it. Back off, Steven.
Okay,
I
he
didn't
did
say,
write it?
I
Okay.
said I didn't know he wrote it.
Okay.
I thought you said that he didn't write it. Okay. Yeah.
I was like, I got that trivia point right.
Yeah. But Straight Outta Compton, some great performances that are pretty spot on. But I got to give it to Steve Jobs. Yeah. Wolfman, what do you think?
This one's kind of a toughie. I enjoy both of these. Steve Jobs, it was Michael Fassbender's kind of was the only, if you can even say there was, competition for Leonardo DiCaprio. It was the only competition that Leonardo DiCaprio had that year.
Matt Damon?
I feel like Michael Fassbender was in a better spot to win than Matt Damon. I don't know. I feel like he was more like I always heard everyone talk about him as like the runner-up, but then Straight Outta Compton was also really good. Man, this is kind of tough, but you know what? I think I can rewatch Straight Outta Compton more, so I think I'll give it that.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say shout out Andy Sweet. He was on the first time the other day, so what's up, Andy?
Oh, nice.
But it is
Yeah.
going to be Steve Jobs though.
Yeah,
42.
Steve Jobs. All right.
And we've got Bridge of Spies up against Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
Okay,
Yeah.
then.
Which you missed the play-in matches. That one won the play-in, so you got in on the Mockingjay. But
No,
But,
I know. I'm doing that to Bridge of Spies. That movie's boring as hell.
yeah, yeah, it's probably true. I can't remember who's first. I think JPO, is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of as said. I mean, Bridge of Spies. It's kind of one of those recent Spielberg ones that like I didn't hate, but like I very much have never gone back to, and probably never will because there's other things to watch.
yeah,
So yeah, just because of that, again, I don't love Mockingjay Part 2, but there's definitely enough, and it's a good kind of closer to where, yeah, again, it will get my vote.
yeah. Brian, what do you think?
I'll give it the Mockingjay this one. I don't remember if I saw the Spies, and you know, like the fact that Mark Rylance stole Stallone's Oscar that year.
Yeah, probably true. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of the few people that actually did really enjoy Bridge of Spies. I didn't hate it, and I just liked it a little bit better than Mockingjay Part 2, so I'm going to Bridge of Spies.
Yeah. I didn't like Bridge of Spies either. I was bored. I just thought that there wasn't. I don't know. Not that much there for me that really gripped me or anything, but yeah, the Mockingjay too. I actually really liked like after all the Twilight movies and like some of the Divergent stuff, kind of going into some of these, I was just like not really that enthusiastic about these young adult adaptations, but it was one of those ones that I went into with low expectations and ended up really surprised. I actually really liked it. So yeah, I'll vote Mockingjay. Wolf, what do you think?
Yeah. So I also think Bridge of Spies is boring. I also have a vendetta against it because Mark Rylance stole the Oscar from Sylvester Stallone. It should have been Sylvester Stallone's that year. While the Hunger Games, I read like all the books. I was into all the stuff when they were coming out. And so I saw all the films in theaters, and while part one is better, and this is maybe the weakest of all the Hunger Games movies, I will say that that I still enjoyed it more than Bridge of Spies. So I'll give it Mockingjay Part 2.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think?
Well, you shouldn't say that Mark Rylance stole the Oscar from Stallone. It's not his fault. The Oscars gave
Yes, it
it
is.
to
It's his fault. Damn it.
the Oscars gave it to him.
Well, they
No,
shouldn't have given it to him. They should have given it
Yeah.
to Sylvester Stallone.
But that's not Mark Rylance's fault.
Blame the Academy.
Just like I don't blame Shakespeare in Love for its Oscar win over Saving Private Ryan when it's the Oscars' fault,
Yeah.
not the makers of Shakespeare in Love.
Yeah.
But I actually haven't seen Bridge of Spies. It's one of my Spielberg blind spots. Yep, and I think it looks great. But yeah, I'll go with Mockingjay Part 1. I think the first Hunger Games is my least favorite of the 4 Hunger Games, but the other 3 I think are all actually pretty great.
Yeah, and I don't know if anyone's looking forward to the like Hunger Games prequel that's coming out this year.
I
the
am
Ballad of
because the
Songbirds or
cast,
something.
the cast
So
is great. I think the cast is awesome.
yeah,
I mean,
that's a really solid cast.
I mean, you can do a whole tournament on YA adaptations.
Yeah, we actually could. That'd be pretty interesting. So nice. We're moving on over. We're doing pretty good, guys, even with the playing matches. So good job.
The Hateful Eight up against Beasts of No Nation.
Ooh. Well, Austin sent me a little message whether we want to do it or not. He said, "Be kind to the Hateful Eight," is what he said. We'll see. So, and then it is Brian first.
I haven't seen Beast of No Nation. I'll give Hateful Eight on this one.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm not going to be kind to Hateful Eight. I hate it.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's. I mean, I may need to give it a rewatch at some stage, but it's just one of those movies that didn't catch me. And I saw Beast of No Nation for the first time last year when I did Idris Elba movies. It's just really good, especially for a straight to Netflix movie. So I'm gonna go Beast of No Nation.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately have not seen the Beast of No Nation, but so it's one that I do eventually want to see, but I haven't got around to it. But and the Hateful Eight's it's got its moments. Like there's parts that I really like. Like I really like the music in it. I think it's great. I like some of the stuff kind of leading up to the cabin stuff, and even like to a degree some of the stuff in the cabin. It's kind of like I told Austin that I'm kind of lukewarm on it. It's like a 6.5 out of 10 for me. So I'll vote for Hateful Eight. Yeah, sure. Wolf, what do you think?
Yeah, so you all know me as the big Tarantino guy. I love Tarantino. I saw The Hateful Eight as the first Tarantino film I saw in theaters. I was very, very excited to see this when it came out. I saw it and I loved it when it came out. But over the years, I've lessened on it, and it is, to me, the worst Tarantino movie. However, I don't hate it like Malcolm does. He looked angry talking about this movie. I'm not like that. Okay, but I am. I do think it is like maybe a 6 out of 10. Like it is one of those films that's really not that high up on the Tarantino scale for me. But Beast of No Nation was really, really good. Like I remember kind of being shocked at how good this was on Netflix. And if you guys haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. Man, as much as it would be like a sin to go against Tarantino, I may have to do it.
Up to you.
Shoot. You know what? I'll vote Hateful Eight. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Steven, what do you think?
I'll make this simple. I have not seen Beast of No Nation, so I'll go with Hateful Eight.
All right. JPO.
Ditto to Steven.
Okay. Well, Hateful Eight makes it, so we'll see how long it can last.
Eddie's Home up against Black Hat.
Apparently very long.
Yeah. Apparently don't make it past this one. Yeah. And it'll be, I think, is it Malcolm? I think it's Malcolm.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen Black Hat. This is one of those ones that is on Netflix at the moment. I was going to watch it for this, but just didn't at the time. But I've seen Daddy's Home. I'm not overly fond of it, but I'll give it a vote.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing the trailer for Black Hat, and I was like, pass. It doesn't look that good. I'm like, no, I'm not that interested. And then I remember seeing the trailer for Daddy's Home, and I was like, maybe I'll give it a whirl. Why not? So, I mean, I think it's mediocre. I like the first one better than the second one, so it gets a pass here. But so I'll vote Daddy's Home, sure. Wolf.
Oh God. Yeah, no, I don't. Okay, I'm being kind of. That's for Daddy's Home. I'm like Black Hat is the definition of like a okay kind of movie. Okay, like it's probably Michael Mann's worst movie, but it's still though not like terrible. Daddy's Home, I just haven't liked any of these films. I just think they're just annoying. So for me, I would give it to Black Hat.
Yeah, I'm still here. Steven, what do you have?
Haven't seen Daddy's Home. I think Black Cat is actually an underrated Michael Mann film. I would not. I think Michael Mann's worst movie is Miami Vice. Although, hot take from me, I'm not a fan of Manhunter either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Black Cat.
Sure, yeah. JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, Black Hat on paper sounds all right, but the reviews weren't that great. I never got around to it. Daddy's Home, I like the first one. I could see why they went with the sequel, which is lesser than the first one, but I like the first one enough. So Daddy's Home.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think?
I'm going to go Daddy's Home as well on this one. I quite enjoy it. Like the comedy, Hal Burris has some great moments there.
Oh, my friend Hannibal.
Even featured the late Kobe Bryant in the basketball scene.
Yeah, that's true. So
Daddy's Home 42.
Daddy's Home. Also, shout out Hannibal Buress. I thought he was pretty good in it. So
Got Spotlight up against M. Night Shyamalan's The Visit.
All right. So that's me first. I've never seen Spotlight. I mean, it looks like pretty interesting. Like I dig the cast. Pretty heavy subject matter. Like what they're going after I think the Catholic Church. I think with the priests and all that, and like abuse allegations. But The Visit, I thought was a lot of fun. Actually, like I dig it. Like I think that's just kind of like a really interesting thing where the kids go to visit their grandparents and then they end up getting possessed and just do some like off the wall things and like really creepy stuff here and yeah, like I think it's like for M. Night Shyamalan, out of his last like 3 or 4, like it's one that I like better. So I'll go with The Visit. Sure. Wolf, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that coming off a streak of like a bunch of crap, and then getting The Visit, like I was like it was split when I said okay, M. Night is actually back, but The Visit was one of those things where I was like, but The Visit I watched and I was like, oh, okay, M. Night is doing something here. Like he's actually like starting to get back into his steps again. I thought it was very fun. And I also love the duo that played the sister and the brother. They were in Better Watch Out as well.
Oh yeah,
and they're really good. I'd love seeing another movie together. But Spotlight, I did see, and I thought that this film was fantastic. It's like the better version of She Said that came out this year, because She Said was like, hey, here's all the facts with Harvey Weinstein and what happened there, but we're just not going to give you really any character depth. We're just going to give you facts. This is like a textbook movie. And then, but like Spotlight was that, but it actually added like layered characters and like depth to characters and stuff like that. And I thought it was really, really, really well done. So for me, I would give it Spotlight. I even have this Blu-ray. Can't find it at the moment. It's so weird. It like looks like a foreign Blu-ray I picked up because it's like Spolitio, or I don't know how that's racist, but it's like it's some Spanish. Like I don't know how to like say it or what it is. I'm like, what is this? Like what? Why is this in a foreign language? I picked up at Dollar Tree, and it's an American version. It's just a weird, obscure, like foreign Blu-ray cover. It's really weird. But
weird.
I picked up a Dollar Tree one time, but yeah, Spotlight.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think?
One of the few times when the Academy got it right when Spotlight won Best Picture. So I mean, I think I have it like at number 3 in my top 10 for that year, but it's probably the best movie from 2015. So yeah, I will definitely give it to Spotlight.
Yeah. Well, JPO, what do you think?
First of all, damn, I didn't realize there was the kids from Better Watch Out. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It's funny that
yeah.
they were in this and that.
Mhm.
Better Watch Out though is better than The Visit. Visit's okay. It's got that weird like the humor doesn't always work like M Night does sometimes. But it was kind of that first time I'm like, okay, maybe he's coming back. But yeah, Spotlight is the fucking best picture winner. I think rightfully so. Yeah, it's I thought it handles the situation well. It's compelling. It's not just like kind of a boring HBO movie. Like it really handles the situation well for like the big screen and really enthralling with a great cast. Spotlight.
Yeah, and this matchup's kind of timely because M Night just had a movie this weekend, Knock at the Cabin, which I saw, and no spoilers, but I am mixed on it. I'll just say that.
You and I both, buddy. We're both kind of in the I liked it,
Yeah.
but didn't love it camp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Same.
No,
The same way.
I'll start that pretty quickly.
Yeah. But Brian, what do you think?
If you want to see where JPO ranks The Visit, check out his top 10 recent videos Austin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My pick, I'm going with Spotlight on this one. I quite enjoyed this one a lot. It was very, very tackling the issue under the Catholic Church, and great. Michael Keaton did a great performance on this one, so Spotlight for me.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen The Visit, so it's Spotlight. The Visit is one of the M Night movies I was interested in seeing. I just haven't got down to it.
Yeah. Pretty good. I'd say check it out. But yeah, Spotlight. We'll move on. So
Got Pixels up against The Force Awakens.
Fucking we don't even
Anyone voting for Pixels?
No, but I do have a Pixel shirt somewhere from when I worked at the theater. They gave me one, but
Poor saying, man.
So I'll
Yeah.
just put through Force Awakens.
yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen Pixels, but I think it's kind of a fun idea.
It's a fun idea, just not the execution isn't that great.
Yeah, Pixel directed by the guy that did the first two Home Alone movies, Chris Columbus.
Yeah. All right, so McFarlane USA up
Up against
against
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. And make my screen bigger to read that. Yeah, Brooklyn. Okay. And I think we're back to Wolfman. So, what do you think?
Yes.
I did not see McFarland USA, but Brooklyn I did see, and it was in my top 10 that year. I thought Brooklyn was fantastic. With Saoirse Ronan, who is like the female Timothy Chalamet, and then you have like Domhnall Gleeson, I believe, is in there too.
Double.
Yeah, they're both just fantastic. This movie is just so good. If y'all haven't seen it, definitely check out Brooklyn. It is one of the best movies of that year. So for me, I will give it to Brooklyn for that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Steven, what do you think?
Also, haven't seen McFarlane USA. Brooklyn was like, I think Brooklyn I ranked either number 5 or number 6 on my top 10 from that year. And Saoirse Ronan probably would have won the Oscar if it wasn't for Brie Larson. So I'll go with Brooklyn.
Yeah, sounds good. JPO.
Never saw McFarlane. Not the biggest Costner fan. Brooklyn's really great. I think it's underrated just because I think it's been kind of underseen and under talked about it. I was really charmed by it. So Brooklyn.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I'll show some love for McFarlane. Like, it's a great sports film. I would say probably underrated for me. It's a great change of fire type movie with Kevin Costner and this coach. You feel for him and like his influence on team he coaches, and I'll give it McFarlane.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I also haven't seen McFarlane USA, so I'm going Brooklyn. Brooklyn's just a charming movie, so yeah.
Yeah, I actually have not seen Brooklyn, but I have seen McFarlane USA. So it sounds like I really need to see it because and you guys have some pretty good things to say about it. But McFarlane USA, I actually really dug this movie. I think it's really underseen. It's just Costner with like almost like an all Hispanic cast, but it's really good. It's about cross country running, and basically my whole family except me ran cross country. I played basketball,
I did
I
too.
feel that. So, like a sport that's all about like running miles and miles, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know about that, but, but you also like really get a good appreciation for the Hispanic culture too. Like, there's a lot of like how they're like so big on family and like why they have big families and like they're really hard workers and a lot of those things. So I really like that aspect of it, and so yeah, I'll show some love to McFarlane USA.
But it's still going to be Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I will say I'm not too sure if Brooklyn will be a movie you will like. Jordan, but I'd suggest giving it a shot anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know.
may
I
not be
don't
my
know.
style, but we'll see.
I don't know. He might, but I will say this though.
Talking about Brie
It's funny
Larson.
'cause we're on Brie Larson, but I will say that Saoirse Ronan is long overdue for an Oscar. Like she,
Yeah.
I actually really liked her performance in The Host, believe it or not.
oh, I thought she
Yeah,
was great. In the host. She's a great actress. Yeah.
she was great. Yeah, the movie wasn't as good, but yeah. But The Room versus Goosebumps. I mean, we can talk about it. For me, it's like a no brainer. But
I mean, is anyone putting through Goosebumps?
I mean, I haven't quite decided, but there's a battle here.
yeah.
Not
I
really,
think
but I mean, if you might know.
I mean, I'm okay with passage too, so.
Well, we can make it quick. I think Steven's up first. So, what do you think?
I'll make this quick. Haven't seen Goosebumps. Room is great, so I will give it to Room.
Yeah. JPO.
I'll make this quick. I have seen Goosebumps. The Room is great, so I'm giving it to Room.
Yeah.
See what I did there? See what I did there? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Brian.
I have seen both. I have also Goosebumps. I go with reading the books. Jack Black did portray of R.L. Stein. Even the voice is snappy, so I go with Goosebumps.
Yeah.
If it was more like the books, it'd be better.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. More like this. Malcolm, what do you think?
I mean, I think the books were good to be adapted into series because they're really short. But I think what they did with the movie was a smart idea. Because I actually really enjoyed the Goosebumps. This matchup is actually pretty close to me. Like one of these movies is 4 stars, one of these is 3.5. So it's pretty close. But I still prefer Room that a little bit better. So
Well, so as someone who grew up reading almost all the Goosebumps books, and I watched the TV series, and I actually liked the TV series better than what they did with this movie here. I just thought the movie was just too kid friendly for me. I just thought that it's a movie for kids that like maybe appeal more to kids, but for me, I didn't like it. Like I almost wanted to walk out. I was just like just not into this, but I didn't. I stayed for it all, and like Jack Black is good when he's in it. I mean, for this one, he's in it way more than the second one. I think he's barely like a cameo for 2 seconds in the second one, but yeah, The Room is a really powerful story. Like just like a kidnapping and then the child has to grow up in a room that's a small little room, and then what happens when they're able to escape. So yeah, it's got to be the Room.
Did you just call it The Room?
Yeah.
Room.
Yeah,
I know. It's like if you like,
I did not vote for it. I did not. Oh, hi,
you
Jordan.
miss it by like one little word, it's like a totally different movie. Yeah, but Wolf.
So I rented Goosebumps for like Redbox or something like that one time, and it was fun, but it wasn't like anything amazing. Room was maybe like top 3, top 5 movies of that year for me. I thought it was fantastic. It was, if it wasn't for another film, which I don't know if you guys have brought it up already, but it's in my title. If it wasn't for that film,
It hasn't come yet.
this would have been my pick for Best Picture. Because I thought that this film was absolutely fantastic. Brie Larson deserved her Oscar. She was so good. For all of you who like watch Captain Marvel and you're all like, "Oh, Brie Larson's a terrible actress."
I thought she was good in Captain
fucking
Marvel.
watch The Room and Short Term 12. All right, and then you will be like, "Shut up." For life, okay? Because like she's a phenomenal actress, okay? So I don't want to hear it from you guys anymore. But
well, from who's ever saying that, yeah.
but yeah, Brie Larson, room for me.
Yeah.
And I thought she was I thought she was pretty good actually in Captain Marvel personally.
Yeah. But anyway, Rooms moving on. And I'm not going to we got sorts of matches about, but my first one was like, can I switch some of these around so the Goosebumps goes up against something easier?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Hey, I've
make
had
them, you get a little
movies that
tempted.
I love go up against movies that clearly they wouldn't.
Yeah.
But next up, we've got Trumbo up against second best exotic Marigold Hotel.
I never heard that one.
Well,
heard which one?
then you can just
Heard
go for
about
the one you have.
Exotic Hotel.
But JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, I dug Trumbo. It's about a writer, Bryan Cranston, who may not have certain political views. I'm not over 70, so I never saw Exotic Marigold Hotel nor the sequel.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Trumbo.
Yeah. Brian?
Yeah, I haven't not seen the Exotic Hotel. I know how good it is, so I'll go with Trumbo.
Yeah. Malcolm?
But yeah, I'm not over 70, but I have seen second best exotic Marigold Hotel. Look, I love both of these movies. I think second best exotic Marigold Hotel is a really good sequel, and it's a really good British movie. And it's one of those ones like the director of this also directed Shakespeare in Love and Mrs. Brown and Captain Crowley's Mandolin. So I mean, and recently he did Operation Mincemeat. But yeah, if you haven't seen the second best exotic Marigold Hotel or even the first one, I recommend it because one of them might actually show up in my 128. So I'm going to go second best exotic Marigold Hotel here.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't mind like when you have movies where you got a couple old people in there, but you take a whole movie and put nothing but old people, minus like Dev Patel maybe, but it's kind of like not really my style. But I'm sure there's someone's style because it got a sequel, but I just didn't see. I skipped it, but and I haven't seen Trumbo either. But that one I didn't really skip. I just didn't get around to it. And I'm a big fan of Bryan Cranston, and I did kind of like look into what the movie is about. Kind of some of his screenplays not being able to get made or getting canceled, maybe because of his political views. So yeah, I'll vote Trumbo. Wolf.
I haven't seen either of these, but you know what? I'll give it to Trumbo because it's only the second best exotic Marigold Hotel, not the first best. So
yeah, right. Exactly. Nobody likes the runner-up. Steven?
I gotta be honest. I don't know if I've seen the second best exotic Marigold Hotel. I know I've seen the first one. I can't remember if I saw the second one or not. But I do like the first one a lot, so I will actually go with the second best.
Sure, yeah. Well, if I'm working in a movie theater, I can tell you like most of the people that went into that movie in the theater were like not maybe like 70, but they're like at least 55 plus at least. So, you know.
Hey man, even the AARP crowd needs to have movies for them.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll all be there someday. So
okay.
Plus, I mean, Judy Dench and Maggie Smith are delight when they're in movies together. So.
yeah, right.
Well, I don't think. Wait, doesn't? I don't want to say any spoilers.
Oh, okay.
I mean, both of them are in the second one, so
They are, but I thought something happens in the first one.
Neither of them died.
Well,
they're
maybe
both in the sequel.
Maybe you're thinking of the second.
But anyway, Trumbo,
one.
none of them died in the sequel either. I've seen both of them, I know.
If you're
But anyway, Trumbo moves on.
Somebody does. I can't remember who.
Next up, we've got The Big Short up against Furious 7.
Well, Furious 7 might be one movie where it's everyone under 55. That one. So, but I think that we're at Brian first.
Yep.
So
I'm going to give it to Fear 7 on this one. I quite enjoy this one. It got me very emotional with the whole Paul Walker situation. Even See You Again is like one of my favorite songs in the film. So Fear 7.
Yeah. Uh, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I do like the Fast and Furious movies. But The Big Short is a really big, good movie. So yeah, I'm gonna go The Big Short.
Yeah, I mean, The Big Short was really, really good. I really liked it, but I just remember going to clean theaters like during that Furious 7, just seeing that end scene with Brian or just driving out like off into the sunset, Paul Walker's character in it, and like I think that was a perfect time to just end the series. They should have just ended it right there. That would have been a perfect closing. That like whatever they're doing after this, I'm not as interested in it. That I didn't care for the other ones as much. I'll still see the Fast X because I'm curious, but part one or whatever it's going to be. But for this one, I actually really liked it because like Paul Walker was one of my favorite things about this series. So I got to go with Furious 7. Wolf.
Yeah, so I agree. I think Furious 7 just should have ended with this because it was a beautiful tribute to Paul Walker.
Yeah.
And I'm still never going to forgive the Academy for nominating the 50 Shades of Grey song over
See You Again.
See You Again from Furious 7. I am never forgiving that. That is just an atrocity to mankind. But I will say though, this is a toughie because The Big Short is excellent. But you know what? It's not as tough only because The Big Short's not a franchise, so it didn't have other movies coming after it. Furious 7, I will vote Big Short based off the fact that they should have ended it here and they put their own nail in the coffin by not doing so. So for me, Big Short.
Yeah, well, probably why that "See You Again" song why I didn't get nominated is because the Academy is all over 55, and this isn't a movie for that crowd. So probably
That's
not.
true.
So.
Well, no, not necessarily because they are expanding. Well, at this time, yes, but they are expanding because of Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah,
all
that's
that
true. But
so
I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like the 50 Shades of Grey song better than See You Again. I just didn't like that song.
Oh wow. But Steven.
Yeah, so I was just asked to be on here last night. If I had time, I wasn't able to watch anything for tonight because of work and all. If I had time to watch one movie, it probably would have been The Big Short. But I haven't seen it, so I will go with Furious 7.
Well, The Big Short does have Margot Robbie in a bubble bath, so come on, that's like right there.
She'll explain some stuff to you. Like, I'm listening.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, say that again. Yeah. JPO.
This is actually, oddly enough, this is a very close round here. Furious 7, definitely in the top half of the Fast and Furious franchise here. It's got the best characters in it. I think they handled the Brian farewell kind of perfectly, man. And then, like you said too, if you want to close your eyes and act like this is the finale, it ends on a super high note. But I really like The Big Short too. This is where Adam McKay is kind of getting more serious. He's got a fantastic cast to come play here. And kind of like what Wolfman said, like, he made a good point, and like it does get hampered by the fact that like they're not done, and we're probably gonna see Brian again weirdly, and so I gotta go Big Short.
No, I don't think we'll see Brian again.
But
I don't know, man. I don't trust him.
Yeah.
But with that, we've got a tie, so we'll go to Wolfman.
Well,
first tie, yeah.
Your vote.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to The Big Short. So there you go.
Well, first tie, and unless you get somebody else, your last tie, I gotta go.
Sure, yeah. Well, thanks for hanging with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Anything you want to plug?
Usual stuff, man. Over at the Pierce Code channel, you'll see some of these familiar faces popping in there from time to time, do some trivia and other fun things like that. And in the Pierce Wrestling channel, we do some wrestling fun things and shenanigans. So thanks for having me. I'll see you all down the road, and I'll see you again.
We'll see.
Oh God! Speaking of 50 Shades of Grey,
Can we just pass?
Oh, yeah,
this
speaking of
this
that.
one? Can we just pass?
can we
Yeah,
just
we can just
pass?
pass it, yeah.
Ant-Man through. This is
Just
put-
pass Ant-Man right into the quantum realm. Passing it.
For
Oh God! Oh
man.
God!
Oh,
Y'all put
woo,
these movies
pizza.
on here.
Well,
Okay.
these are.
the mediocre movies. This
I'm
one,
gonna have
You
to
gotta
like.
talk about it.
I'm gonna have to see the list and see what made it in
Yeah.
for what didn't make it in for Hitman
We
Agent
did kind of
47.
hash it out just a little bit, yeah. But
Because that movie is garbage. Like,
yeah,
it is bad.
but
I think it's I don't think it's good, but I still prefer it over the Timothy Oliphant version.
really, not me. But
Malcolm, I believe.
Malcolm, okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I haven't seen Hitman Agents 47. There's some funny stuff in Vacation, so I'm going to Vacation.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Vacation. Like, I thought that it was all right. I mean, like it. Well, it wasn't even all right. It was bad, but I mean, compared to Hitman 47, it makes it look all right. I mean, and that car. I was actually trying to look up what the actual car is called. I can't remember. Oh yeah, the Tartan Prancer that they have in there. That's like ridiculous. That makes me laugh just going to see that they made all these actual ads for that car. You can like see where they're and like people on YouTube showing off all the specs and all that. And I thought Hitman 47 was just absolutely atrociously bad. Like oh man, this movie like was like unwatchable. Like it's one I probably should have walked out of, and I don't know why I didn't, but because I guess I'm maybe trying not to walk out so much, but I would have been fine walking out on this one. but Vacation, I think I don't know. There's enough there to sit through it, but it's not great. But I'll vote Vacation. So, Wolf.
God, like God. Oh
Yeah, they're bad.
It's like this match is just vomit fighting against
You take a
vomit.
shower after this one. Ugh.
God. Okay. But I mean, I guess it's the lesser of the two shits, and in this case, I guess it's Vacation. But God, this is
Lander.
like bad. I'm gonna look and see, but like there are a couple 2015 movies that should be on here instead of Hitman
Well,
Agent.
there's always part
Yeah.
2 tomorrow, so
Hitman
yeah,
Agent 47. I'll just say that
Yeah,
because, God, but
I had to watch Vacation recently, actually, because I did a Vacation trivia match with Moose and Benny on their channel. So
the
it's really
only
weird.
reason I vote Vacation too is because like I would actually rewatch that if someone like wanted to marathon the Vacation movies or whatever. I'd be like, sure, what the hell, why not? But like I don't think I'm ever watching Hitman again. Like I hate that movie. That movie is
Yeah.
bad.
yeah.
Shit.
And at least Vacation has Chris Hemsworth doing something. You know, he's trying something. So
That's true. Yeah, Hitman Agent 47 doesn't really have anything going for it. It's like
yeah.
straight up bad. Oh Lord.
Yeah. Well, Steven, what do you think?
So I was actually looking forward to Hitman Agent 47 when it came out because I'm a huge fan of Homeland. And of course, Hitman 47 Agent 47 stars Rupert Friend from Homeland. I thought, hey, cool, he gets to be the lead of a big action movie. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
And well, I don't think it's as awful as you guys are saying it is. It is definitely a thoroughly mediocre movie. That being said, I haven't seen Vacation, so I guess I'll go with Hitman Agent 47.
Yeah, if
At
I'm not
least it
mistaken.
has some diverting action scenes.
If I'm not mistaken, this movie came out not too long after that, like horrible Transporter sequel that like was like the worst of them all. Like yeah, so like that. This movie always reminds me of that. But Brian, what do you think?
I'll give Vacation on this one. It's a good continuation of the film. I wasn't a big fan of the younger kid. This one's kind of a very annoying, very rude. At least you got Cherry Chase and Bernie Angelo playing their roles. You get the family truckster makes an appearance in this one, and I'll go Vacation on this one.
Yeah, and I'll never understand why they chose to make the younger brother the bully of the older brother. That was a weird choice. I don't know.
They should have brought back one of the original kids as Rusty, not in Helms.
Yeah, but yeah, bring back Johnny Galecki or something. Yeah, but
Except we've got Spectre versus sleeping with other
This is
people.
an easy one.
interesting. Yeah. So it'll be me first, and I haven't seen Sleeping with other people. Like, I'm not even sure, like, if I know really anything about it. Maybe someone like reminded me, I might remember.
It's like
But
a
I
fringe
don't-
benefits that film.
yeah, it's like kind of like that. But and also Spectre. I mean, like, not the greatest James Bond movie. Like, it's just kind of like, as far as a James Bond movie goes, I think it might be for me the worst of the Daniel Craig movies. Like, it's not that great, but I do like just seeing Dave Bautista in there as like the henchman guy. He doesn't say much, but
He literally got paid whatever he got paid to say shit. And that was literally his only line of dialogue. Literally,
His
the
only
only
line?
line he said in the entire
Wow.
goddamn movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
but just because I haven't seen Sleeping with Other People and it's still a James Bond movie, and I don't hate any James Bond movie. I think even the bad ones are still a little bit of fun to be had. So I'll vote for Spectre. Wolf, what do you think?
But yeah, Spectre. I think Quantum of Solace is worse actually, but Spectre is still definitely up there is like one of the weakest Bond films. I think the opening starts off very, very strong.
Yeah,
And then once it like gets deeper in the film, I don't know, it just kind of loses me. And Dave Bautista was wasted, and we have now confirmed with you all after Knock at the Cabin that he is the greatest wrestler turned actor. There's no argument now. There's none. You can't say anyone else's name. He is the greatest wrestler turned actor.
You can say his name, but yeah, Dave Bautista I think is better. Like, despite even like we thought it was that movie was kind of mediocre, Knock at the Cabin, Dave Bautista is still great.
Like, he's amazing in that movie.
Yeah,
but Sleep, like, I never thought I'd ever say a movie was an acting showcase for someone who used to be a WWE superstar. That's just baffling. But that's where we're at. And to me, also, I've never seen Sleeping with Other People. I have seen a movie called Other People, though, and that has Jesse Plemons. I recommend that. That was actually really good. But I've never seen Sleeping with Other People. I wonder if they slept with those other people, and I wonder if that's what if there's like a crossover movie or something. I don't know, but yeah, I'll give it to Spectre, I guess, because of that.
Oh yeah, I just looked it up. Jason Sudeikis and Alison Brie. It's like that one. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. But Steven, what do you think?
I mean, Spectre's not my favorite Bond movie, but I think it's better than a lot of people give it credit for. And since I haven't seen Sleeping with Other People, I will go with Spectre.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think?
I have seen both. I'll go with Spectre in this one to see James Bond move on to the next round.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Yeah, I haven't seen Sleeping with Other People. I think that was one of those ones that I originally advocated for when we were talking about this list after the last time we were doing something. But yeah, I'm still going to go Spectre, though.
We should have signed up for the episode because I did reach out to him, but too bad.
He might have been busy or something.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. But let's see what we got.
In the Heart of the Sea, up against Jupiter Ascending.
Is anyone
man.
I would vote for Jupiter Ascending because I haven't seen In the Heart of the Sea.
Hold on. Okay. I'm trying. Okay, I'm just trying to wrap my brain around this Jupiter Ascending. Okay, because that movie.
Yeah, that
Wow.
was Wolf. But
Wow. That, okay.
I think it's Wolf first, right? Is that all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So which one
Oh,
you want to go
boy.
for?
But you know what? I'm almost tempted because that movie to me is like fucking meme material. That film is hilarious as shit. I die every time Eddie Redmayne it pops up on screen. I die. Like if I want a good laugh,
Yeah.
I will just sometimes rewatch
Talks
it.
like this.
Seems really
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I love Eddie Redmayne in this movie. He's just he's so gloriously bad. It's like
Yeah.
ridiculous. The movie is not good at all. It's frankly almost kind of atrocious, but you know what? It is hilarious. I cannot believe this thing actually exists. Like, oh my god. But In the Heart of the Sea, I never even saw that one. I think it's because the runtime is like super long, and I was like, I don't feel like watching it that long. But like, if I remember correctly, but like, it's Ron Howard, so I might get around to it at some point. As tempting as Jupiter Ascending is, I can't like I can't put it closer to being in a championship.
Yeah.
Like In the Heart of the Sea, it has to be that. So
Yeah. Well, Steven, what do you think?
Hold on, I'm just super curious about something. Okay. Jupiter Ascending's Rotten Tomato score is a little higher than I thought it would be. It's at 28%, whereas In the Heart of the Sea is 42%.
Okay.
But yeah, I love Ron Howard, but I haven't seen In the Heart of the Sea. I also love the Wachowskis. Jupiter Ascending is definitely their weakest movie, but I had a good time watching it. So I'll go with Jupiter Ascending.
See, the thing is though, is that like I can enjoy watching this movie more than I can enjoy watching like the bad Matrix sequels. Stuff like
Yeah,
like
it's kind of like a fun bad movie almost, but Brian, what do you think?
I'll just go Jupiter Ascending based on the performance Wolfman gave us.
Sure, yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
I haven't seen either of these, but I was more hyped to see Jupiter Ascending for this than Heart of the Sea, so I'm going to go Jupiter Ascending.
oh my god.
Oh man, I think it's gonna make it, but yeah, because I wasn't gonna vote for Jupiter Ascending. This movie sucks. This movie's bad. Like I just couldn't really get that much enjoyment. I'm a big Wachowski fan, and it's still it just didn't really do much for me. But I thought In the Heart of the Sea, it's a movie that's kind of made for the big screen. Like if you saw it in theaters, you have these big, massive set pieces with the ship. It's kind of like a Moby Dick movie, and like the whale's really cool. And then besides Chris Hemsworth, you got Cillian Murphy, Tom Holland's in this, Brendan Gleeson, Ben Whishaw. So it's a fun little cast, and like I actually didn't dislike it. Like I thought that was perfectly kind of mediocre a movie, except for the set pieces. Though the set pieces were incredible though. So I'll vote for In the Heart of the Sea.
We live in a society where Jupiter Ascending gets one step closer to being in a championship.
Yeah. Well, it won't go far.
It won't go far.
But next up, we've got Jurassic World up against The Menu.
All right. This time it'll be Steven first. So, what do you think?
I am way behind on my 2022 movie watching. So I have not watched The Menu yet. So I will go with Jurassic World.
Yeah. Don't listen to Chris Scott. Listen to us. The Menu's excellent. Okay. So,
don't listen to that Wolfman hater. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how much he loves No Country for Old Men, which was obviously my 128.
Yeah. Yeah. But Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't gone around to the menu yet, but I quite enjoy Jurassic World, so Jurassic World for me.
Yeah, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I do. I love Jurassic World, but I love the menu more, so I'm gonna go the menu.
Yeah, this one's actually kind of tough for me because like I didn't like love Jurassic World, but I mean, like what I love about these movies is just the dinosaur aspect, though. Like what they're able to do with the dinosaurs. Like actually, like so, like we'll just say I didn't love it from like a story perspective, but like as far as like the special effects and the action and stuff, it's like right up my alley, and that's why I put Jurassic World Dominion on my 128 because it's not about this story for me. Like the story doesn't even matter. Like if you have that many dinosaurs doing cool things and ripping people's heads off and like going after people, and some of the shots that you get to see of the dinosaurs, and like here you have Chris Pratt just riding motorcycles with a freaking pack of velociraptors. Are you kidding me? That's freaking like awesome. So like as much as I do love the menu, and this one's tough for me, I gotta go with Jurassic World, I think. So, but Wolf, what do you think?
Well, to be fair, your same argument could go for Transformers. You could be like, "Well, I'm not going to go see a
Yeah.
Transformers movie for a story.
That's true.
I'm going to go see it for a bunch of Transformers wrecking shit up."
Because it is incredible, yeah. The special effects, yeah.
And in all those movies, you see Transformers wrecking shit up, but that don't make them good movies.
Yeah.
It's like they still really not good movies. But Jurassic World is one that is definitely the best of the trilogy, for sure. It's I enjoy it. It's fun. It's one of my most viewed videos. It's like I have a commentary that's like 48,000 views on it, which is like
Oh wow, crazy.
leading up to Jurassic World Dominion, because I did all like the commentaries on the films. I'm a weirdo. I have Jurassic Park 3 as my second favorite. Fight me, I don't care.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
but it's
not
but
terrible.
like but yeah, and then the menu though, I actually really do love. I thought that film was fantastic. Ralph Fiennes was great. The screenplay is so sharp. One of the best movies of 2022. So for sure, I would say.
Yeah. Well,
Jordan, did you say Jurassic World or the menu?
I said Jurassic World, so I think it's gonna be Jurassic World.
That's going to be Jurassic World then.
Yeah, beating out the
Oh,
menu, which is
Y'all need
it
to
was
see
a close
the-
one, I think. Yeah.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Inside Out and Burnt.
Real quick though, here's a little fun trivia thing I read today on the menu. The lavish food layouts were prepared by renowned French chef Dominique Crenn, the only female chef in the United States to attain 3 Michelin stars for her restaurant. I'm not going to pronounce her restaurant because that's like impossible to pronounce. In San Francisco, though many of the cast and crew were often tempted to taste the delicacies between takes, they had to be reminded that the food items were predominantly props and thus inedible. So,
Oh wow. Interesting.
Yeah. Also, just on another side note, I saw some TikToks of people getting sent like a box, a promotional box for the menu coming out on Blu-ray and all that, and they got a chocolate skull with s'mores flavor in it.
Oh wow.
wow.
Interesting. Yeah, and one little quick thing, since we have Inside Out here, the font that I use for this, like this is just like a little fun fact. It's the same font from Inside Out, from the cover of it. If you see that, so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah. And I believe Brian, I think, is up first. So
Yeah, I'm
gonna
going
go?
Inside Out on this one. I've never seen Burn. Inside Out for me.
yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I do love Inside Out, but Burnt is a really interesting Bradley Cooper movie. It's like he plays a chef, and it's just a really interesting movie. You got like Sienna Miller, Alicia Vikander in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's he's one of those ones that his drug use and like temporary behavior destroyed his career and that, and then he goes into exile and then he plans to restart his career again. So it's a really interesting story. So I'm going to go Burnt on this.
Yeah, like this one's kind of tough because Inside Out's great, and like I really like the unique concept that they use all these emotions and stuff. But yeah, Burnt I thought was actually great. Like I really dug this movie, and the movie's almost like a character piece on Bradley Cooper's character, just kind of seeing like all his angry outbursts and like his obsession over getting things like 100% perfect, like my way or the highway kind of thing, and then he gets exiled and kind of has a bit of a change of heart, and then also too, like seeing like Daniel Bruhl in there and the other chefs, and then Alicia Vikander, Uma Thurman, like a lot of those, Emma Thompson. So I think that I'll vote for Burnt. Yeah, Wolf.
Well, I bet y'all disagree with the 28% on Rotten Tomatoes from Burnt.
Yeah,
but
and there's a 28%. Oh man,
yeah,
that's a
28%.
tragedy.
And then also the audience gave it 44%. So apparently it was not as well beloved as some other stuff it was. I actually haven't seen Burnt, but now that I'm working in a kitchen, I've been like trying to watch like all these like chef movies lately.
Yeah.
So I might get around to watching Burnt at some point. But Inside Out to me was the last true masterpiece from Pixar. When you're talking like an actual masterpiece, it was the last true masterpiece for me that Pixar has made. I will watch this movie, and every goddamn time the "take her to the moon for me" pops up, I lose my shit, dude. I cry so fucking hard. Like, it is insane. And apparently Richard Kind said in the studio booth he had to look away from the cast when he said that line. And he couldn't look into their faces. Like, it was so emotional for him. It was like, but yeah, to me, Inside Out, there's just Burnt is about to get burnt because I love this movie too much. So Inside Out.
Yeah, poor Bing Bong. Yeah. Steven, what do you think?
Haven't seen Burnt. I will go with Burnt because it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And plus,
pretty good.
The sad character got on my nerves.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. But do we have a tie? Or whatever?
No, I mean we can't have a tie. We've only got 5 people, so it's
that's right.
It's 3-2 for Burnt.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's like the biggest upset of like the entire thing. Wow, y'all are not as high up on Inside Out.
Actually, Wolfman, you missed earlier. We had like Knock Knock be on Rogue One.
Wait, knock?
Yeah, Knock Knock Rogue One.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what did it beat out again? I forget.
Rogue One.
Oh yeah, Rogue One. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that was an upset. Ooh, yeah.
But anyway, talking about Knock Knock, we've got
Knock
Knock.
Yeah, here it is.
Night.
Yeah, Knock Knock is in here instead of Rogue One. Come on, that's crazy. But Malcolm, you're up first.
Yeah, I haven't seen One All Night. I really love Knock Knock, so I'm going to go Knock Knock.
Yeah, I've seen both these movies, and actually for a Liam Neeson movie, like people just say, "Oh, he's just doing another generic action movie," but this one's actually pretty good though. You have Joel Kinnaman playing his son, and like on this crazy like he's on the run. I don't remember like all the plot details. I need to rewatch it. I've only seen it once, but it's actually a pretty interesting, fun time. And I'm trying to think of the actual the other guy that shows up that's going after him. Let me see. Right.
Well, I mean, Ed Harris is in it.
Oh yeah, there's Ed Harris, but let's see. The one I'm thinking of is let me get the cast. One I was thinking. Oh yeah, you have Common that's chasing after him, and there's a pretty good fight scene between Liam Neeson and Common that's like pretty cool. But and then Knock Knock I just watched for the first time for this, and it's fun. I think that it's a fun time, but you know what? I think though that it's close. They're both good, not great to me, but I'll give the slight edge to Run All Night. Sure. Wolf, what do you think?
Both these movies suck. Run All Night was very forgettable for me, and then Knock Knock. I am literally there's only like maybe one Eli Roth movie I actually like. Like I just am not into Eli Roth. Like I just can't get into him. His wife is hot. His wife is in this movie. She's beautiful. And I will say this: that Anna Daramash does show her tits in this movie. So
yeah.
So there is that going for it, and so because of that. I would still give it to Knock Knock, and because I do want to like try to give like rewatches to some Eli Roth movies. So like I want to rewatch this one, see if like he still is just that. Because I've like done that with Rob Zombie. Like I'm not a Rob Zombie fan as far as a director, but I've like rewatched his movies before to be like, okay, do I still think this? And I'm still not a fan. So I kind of want to do that with Eli Roth. And so, but Knock Knock is one I just wasn't really a fan of, to be honest. But I'll still vote for it.
Yeah. Well, I think Eli Roth, like I like him better on screen, like in Inglourious Bastard when he shows up there, than behind the camera. Like I like him better that way. But he did do the House of the Clock in its Wall. That's not too bad. But Steven, what do you think here?
I mean, I would take Eli Roth over Rob Zombie because I'm not a fan of Rob Zombie's at all.
I cannot do Hostel in some of those movies. Green Inferno.
Oh, I actually liked the first Hostel a lot.
Cabin Fever might be like the only one that maybe I liked from Eli Roth.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I voted for Knock Knock when it was up against Rogue One, but can't do it here because I actually really liked Run All Night.
Yeah, and maybe Eli Roth will redeem himself in that Borderlands movie. Like if that ever gets released, like who knows? But Brian, what do you think?
I'm still going to Knock Knock on this one. I quite enjoy it. Quite underrated, and show some love for it.
Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. Okay. So Knock Knock. All right.
Meet the Rock Creed up against Woman in Gold.
Which is one of the playing matches, Wolf. If you didn't know, the Woman in Gold made it, but
it took out Paul Black Mall Cops.
Wait, so like that's a 2016 movie, is what you're saying, or?
No,
the playing matches weren't just the holdovers. We randomized them all up. So
yeah, they're just all just random movies. But
yeah, so Woman in Gold took out Paul Black Mall Cop in the playing match to get here.
It's just good. Like no one needs to see Paul Blart Mall Cop in this thing. But
yeah, it got lucky in what it was up against.
Yeah, but here I think it'll be a pretty easy. I think, but
yeah, Creed in this one.
That Creed's gonna go through. I'm a big Creed fan. Like I actually like Creed 1 and 2. It might be my second and third favorite Rocky movies, and I probably like Creed 2 just slightly better, but the first one's great. And Woman in Gold was meh. It was fine, but I'll vote Creed. Wolf?
I never saw Woman in Gold, but Creed is in gold, so I will a lot of times because he's wearing championships. So I will definitely give it to Creed, and yeah, I think he's great.
Creed is the man.
And we should be saying starring Oscar winner Sylvester Stallone, but we're not.
yeah, we should. But Steven, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll go with Creed since I've seen it and it's good. And I haven't seen Woman in Gold.
Okay, yeah. Brian,
I'll go Creole as well this one. It's a good reboot and continuation of the Rocky franchise.
Yeah. And Malcolm.
This is actually pretty close for me because I do actually really love both these movies. But because Creed's already run and gone through, I'm going to go Woman in Gold.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Give it a little love, but it'll be Creed, yeah.
The next round we're in now.
Oh, yeah, so that's the end of the first round. So now is the time where we can fly through these, like 10 seconds or less. We can just vote quick.
So I guess my movie is in part 2.
Probably,
What movie is that? I can tell you now if it is.
The Walk.
Mm.
Yep, that's in part 2.
Yeah,
did,
the one that
did Ex Machina make the list?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be in part 2.
I mean, it's one that I did consider moving to 2014 because it came out 2014, but after doing some research, it was wide release in
Yeah.
But anyway, we've got Ted 2 up against Glass Onion.
All right. It's interesting. So I think are we Wolf again? I think it's Wolf, yeah. So
yeah, no, I think Ted 2 is definitely a fun sequel. Don't get me wrong. I think it's actually like underrated personally because I especially think like it has probably some of the funniest scenes. Like there's some scenes in there I think are maybe even funnier than the first one. But like overall I like the first one more. But Glass Onion though, to me it's maybe superior to Knives Out. Like this film is just great, fantastic. I definitely am gonna go Glass Onion.
Yeah. Steven? What do you think?
Glass Onion.
Yeah. Brian?
Featuring former football player Tom Brady tattoo.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Yeah. Also, the winners of these matchups are going to the championship.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that earlier, but
yeah. Be the Sweet 16, yeah.
But yeah, I love Ted 2, but I've still got to go Glass Onion. A little more.
Yeah, and I think I got to go Glass Onion. Yeah, I think it's better than Knives Out. Even though Knives Out is good, it's better. So, Glass Onion. Ooh, Focus.
Focus up against the Revenant.
This Focus just beat up a good dinosaur. So.
Whoa. Yeah, and then what did Hot Tub Time Machine? Okay, I was looking at
Hot Tub Time Machine 2, yeah. But it'll be Steven first. What do you think?
Yeah, not much to say here too. Just the Revenant.
Yeah. Brian?
Easy Revenant.
Yeah. Malcolm?
I still haven't gained any appreciation for the Revenant since the first round, but I still haven't seen Focus, so I'll lose Focus and go the Revenant.
Yeah. Well, one of these movies is not quite in focus for me because I haven't seen it, so I'll go with the Revenant. Wolf?
Well, they're very in focus for me because I've seen both of these. And I'm still gonna keep it short. I'm just gonna speak briefly on these though because I wasn't here for these, but
sure.
But yeah. Focus is a great fun like little movie with Will Smith and Margot Robbie. I rented that from Redbox one time and I actually quite enjoyed it. The Revenant though is like on another level. Leonardo DiCaprio delivering such a powerhouse performance. Like this movie was excellent. So yeah, The Revenant.
I mean, an Oscar-winning performance. So yeah.
Finally, yeah.
Yep. So that'll be The Revenant.
Next up, we've got Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle up against Love and Mercy.
Ooh, this one's actually kind of tough for me. Brian, you're up first.
Jumanji.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, haven't seen Love and Mercy. I really do want to, but I'm still going to go Jumanji.
Yeah. Well, I'm a massive Beach Boys fan. I already spoke about that in the first round, but yeah, and Paul Dano and John Cusack and Elizabeth Banks, Paul Giamatti, like all those guys, like did give great performances. So yeah, and like you really feel from, and like for as much of a massive Beach Boys fan that I am, like I got pretty emotional at the end of this thing. So and I went and got the song and like cranked it up, the Love and Mercy song by Brian Wilson. So yeah, I'll go Love and Mercy.
What did these ones beat? I'm just trying to see.
Jumanji took out when Marnie was there, and Love and Mercy took out Maps to the Stars.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm actually gonna surprise you guys. I watched not too long ago Love and Mercy and Jumanji. It's really, really fun. I really enjoy it. It's like it is a great legacy sequel. But Love and Mercy is such a great tribute to the Beach Boys, to their legacy, and it stars who I believe might be the most underrated actor like ever. Because when you can be in a movie with Daniel Day-Lewis and almost outact Daniel Day-Lewis,
Yeah.
you're a damn good actor with like Paul Dano, and so like he should be an Oscar nominee, but like especially like his performance is better than Judd Hirsch. Changed my mind. Like it is just he should have been nominated for The Fabelmans instead, but that's another debate for the time. And yeah, I am actually going to give it to Love and Mercy here.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think? Comes down to you. It's tied up.
Well, I haven't seen Love and Mercy, so I gotta go with
Sad. Okay. But if you haven't seen Love and Mercy, go see it. It's great.
It is.
Yeah. Jumanji continues on to the championship. Top Gun Maverick up against Cinderella.
Okay. It'll be Malcolm first.
Yeah, I mean, I really love Cinderella, but Top Gun Maverick is just incredible. So Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, like for as much as I love Cinderella as one of the better live action Disney movies, I'm kind of tired of it. Disney live action remakes, to be honest. I just think that let's be done with them. But Disney's gonna keep making them, so whatever. I don't really care about the Little Mermaid or any of these other ones coming out. So I'm gonna vote Top Gun Maverick. Wolf.
Two interesting thing. First off, what did? Oh, it's that one like home.
It's
movie?
Home, yeah.
Okay.
Home, yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to see what that one was. Yeah, interesting thing about both these movies. Both of them are like, well, one's a remake, one's kind of a requel, if you will. And they're both better than the original because I actually like this live action Cinderella more than the animated one, and then I actually like the Top Gun Maverick more than the original Top Gun. So this is kind of interesting there. And you know what? I'm gonna show some love because like I remember going to go see Cinderella in theater. Like I went to go with like my sister or something like that. She wanted to go see it again. I was like, you tricked me with Twilight that one time. I don't want to go, and I ended up going with her. And I was all like, you know what? I'm gonna like hate this movie. I'm gonna be so mad I went to go see this. And then I was like in tears in that movie. Like it was delightful. I loved it, and I was like, whoa, this is like this took me for a massive shock. And it was it's probably the best Disney live action remake that we have right now.
Yeah.
Is what I'd argue.
That and The Jungle Book, I would say, are like the two for me.
Yeah, definitely those two. But yeah, so I want to, because I know where it's going to go. I want to show some love to Cinderella.
Yeah, sounds good. Steven.
Still haven't seen Cinderella, so Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah. Brian.
I'll go Top Gun Maverick, and on that note, I'll go ahead out. It's getting too late for me, so I'll see you.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back here Wednesday for the championship.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else you want to plug.
Plugs, I'll do trivia most spaces. I'll go rank them last night during 80s animated films.
Oh, nice.
I'll be filming a match on Wednesday at 7 o'clock on Jack of All Trivia. And I do trivia spaces, which I mentioned on Wednesday.
Cool. Thanks again, Brian.
No problem.
All right. Let's see what we got next.
Got Moana up against Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl.
I'm so glad. I was so scared for a second. I was like, if Agent 47 didn't like made it on here, and me and the Dying Girl didn't, we were
Yeah.
gonna have war.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm so happy.
Well, I will say the only reason a lot of bad movies in is there wasn't a lot of movies that I saw on the list of 2015 movies that was like need to be here. So it's like and it was a weaker year for cinema in general. So
Yeah, I didn't say anything, but I said I thought before, you probably would have been okay with just a top 64.
Yeah, maybe so. But
I mean, I did try. I did look at maybe doing that, but there's still enough good to have justified this, especially when you factor in you've got to save some spots for like the top 8
That's
as
true.
well. So.
yeah, and me and the Dying Girl went up against It Follows, so that was a pretty tough matchup right there. So
Ooh, that is because both of those are like in my top 5 of 2015.
yeah, they're both really good. And then Moana, The Whale, which was a tough one too. So,
Ooh,
but but let's see. I think I'm first here, and this one's tough. Like I really like both of these, but I think I like Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl just a little bit more. I saw it recently, and yeah, it's a really cool movie about friendship and about just relationships in general. And so yeah, Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. Wolf.
Me or on the Dying Girl, oh my god, I love this movie so much. This is in like my top 5 of 2015. I adored it, and it started like my Olivia Cook like trend. I started like this like watching so many Olivia Cook movies, and I was like obsessed with her because of this film. She is so good here. Everyone's so good here. It might be my favorite screenplay of that year too. Like the screenplay was so good. It just felt so raw and just so realistic. Like I don't know. I just really loved the script. And just the characters. You really buy into their friendship, the camaraderie between all these people. Like it's just so emotional but funny. It's just got everything in there. So for me, I would give it to Mira on the Dying Girl. I want to see it go through. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if Moana makes it, but like at the same time, though, Mira in the Dying Girl, it's like, oh, so good. It just deserves love.
Yeah. Well, Steven, what do you think?
I still haven't seen Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, so I gotta go with Moana.
Oh, all right. Well, Malcolm, what's it gonna be?
Yeah, I really, really, really love Moana. I saw Me on the Dying Girl the first time, and I really loved it. Now the question is, do I want to make Wolfman happy or make it a tie, sending it to Stephen, which will make him sad?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I love Me on the Dying Girl a lot, so I'm going to give it to Me on the Dying Girl.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, that movie's good. Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I'm especially passionate about Moana, so I might have actually been nice and gone with this and switched.
I'll bet you'd really
Next
like
up,
it.
we've got Wind River moving on. We've already decided that.
Yeah. We'll just move it on. Who cares about Aloha?
99 Homes
I don't
vs.
know.
Everest.
Ooh. All right. So Wolf, you're up first.
Just so I have that excuse to watch it, because I said I would watch it if it was in the championship. 99 Homes.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's really good. Like Andrew Garfield is like gotta be like top 10 actors working today. He's so good.
Because I always have believed Christian Bale is like my second favorite actor, so no knock against him. Christian Bale was not supporting in The Fighter. He stole Andrew Garfield's spot for best supporting actor.
Yeah,
for The Social
I kind of
Network,
think so.
in my opinion.
But Michael Shannon's one of the best actors working today. So like those two together. So yeah. But Steven, what do you think?
I will slightly. I think Everest is if I were to choose, I'll go with the logic of which one would I see if I had to pick between them right now. I would probably give the slight edge to Everest.
Yeah. My thought is you already got a cool Mount Everest movie that was Vertical Limit. Come on. Right?
Vertical Limit was
Yeah.
mediocre.
Yeah, that movie's kind of weird, yeah. But Malcolm?
I haven't seen 99 Homes. I'm gonna go Everest.
So is it a tie or is it?
Well,
Yeah, I think it's a tie.
it's you've still got to vote, George.
Oh yeah, well I'm
not
voting
a
for
tie
99
yet.
Homes, so we're gonna make it a tie. For some reason I felt like I voted. Yeah. So tiebreaker goes to you, Malcolm.
Stephen.
Oh yeah, Stephen
Come
didn't
on,
have one
Stephen.
yet. Yeah, that's right. So Steve.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'll keep Everest.
Oh, you're killing me. Oh well, it's fine.
So we've got Steve Jobs up against Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Ooh, okay. So I think it's Wolf now. Oh no, you were first last time. It'll be
Stephen
Steven.
starts.
Yeah,
I'll go with Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2.
yeah.
I think the first half is all right. I think the second half is really strong.
Yeah. Malcolm.
See, I've seen Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. It's fine. I'm going to try for Wolf's logic of if it makes a championship, it gives me a reason to see it. So I'm going to vote for Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Well, it might because I'm gonna vote for Steve Jobs because that movie's in my 128 because I think they just have some of the best dialogue. Like it's only like 3 scenes of like certain points in his life, and it's just like so well done from just three little moments in his life. So yeah, Steve Jobs. Wolf.
I don't really hunger for Apple. I tried to make a bad pun in Hunger Games Apple there, but
Oh yeah.
but I will say though that I like Steve Jobs a little more than Mockingjay Part 2, so I will give it to Steve Jobs.
Ooh, all right. Well, it'll be Steve Jobs. Got the last one, or we got another one?
I don't think I got another one, but no, I'm just going to make sure I've got them all written down. Steve Jobs, Everest, Wind River, Me and Gone Girl. That's what I have them written down.
Okay. It's a good thing you're writing them down because I meant to and I forgot. So. Okay. Oh, and the Hateful Eight, is this moving on or what?
Let's just put it through.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have been outvoted. I would have gone Daddy's Home over Hateful Eight, but.
Well, I don't know if you would, Stephen. Are you on the more Hateful Eight?
I have not seen Daddy's Home, so yes, I would vote for Hateful Eight.
Okay. Yeah, we'll save some time.
Got Spotlight versus Force Awakens.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. And this time it's Malcolm first.
This is tough for me because I do like both of these. But yeah, I'm going to go Spotlight. I've got it just higher than Force Awakens for me personally.
All right. Well, like Spotlight's one I need to see. I haven't seen it yet, and just like the subject that it covers and I don't know, it didn't really seem like for me at the time, but like my movie watching and stuff is evolving to where like I do want to see it, but I think that the Force Awakens like out of the 3 that we got in that trilogy, I think that was the best one. Even though a lot of characters I feel like are wasted in it, it's still like the hype around it. Working at a theater was a lot of fun. Just seeing like a packed like standing room only theater. I don't know if we'll ever get that again. I hope someday, but yeah. So I got to go with the Force Awakens. Wolf, what do you think?
Yeah, Force Awakens was the greatest theater experience I've ever witnessed in my life.
Yeah.
It's still to this day, it is fantastic. Spotlight was a phenomenal film. See, like the movie critic in me is all like, Spotlight. That's like I want to get Spotlight, but then it's like the heart, like the fan in me is all like, oh, Force Awakens, I loved it, but
Yeah.
but it's like, which side do I go with? My dark side or my light side?
Yeah.
Oof. You know, just because I'm not going to go on the long Rise of Skywalker rant, but just because like Spotlight wasn't in a position to set up something great and then end in utter disappointment, I am going to give it to Spotlight.
Yeah. One of these days, I got to show you guys my Darth Maul cosplay that I did for the movie. I dressed up for it, and like it was like a really cool cosplay. It turned out pretty good, but Steven, what do you think?
One of these is not going to make the championship.
Yeah. Sad.
That's sad.
But I can't not vote for Spotlight. It's, it's in my top 3 of 2015. Force Awakens is in my top 10, but it's in the lower half of the top 10. So hate to see Force Awakens not make the championship, but I have to give it to Spotlight.
Yeah. Well, Spotlight it is. See you later, Star Wars. No Star Wars in the championship of any kind.
Brooklyn versus Room.
Okay, this is the hardest one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Well,
both of these should be in the championship. God.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 matches in a row where both movies should be in the championship, and one of them isn't going to make it.
Yeah, I forget who's first. I think was it Wolf first.
I think it might be you first, Jordan.
Okay. No, I think. Yeah,
because
Jordan did go first last time.
Yeah, I went first last time, so it'll be Wolf. Yeah.
But yeah, oh God. Why did I say that? I should have had him go first, just so I can process it. Oh my God. Fuck. This is so hard because like both of these are in my top 10 of 2015. I love them to death. But Room is just barely higher. This hurts so bad. Oh, this hurts so bad. I guess I'll go Room.
Yeah. Well, Steven?
Both of these are in my top 10 as well. I think I actually have Brooklyn just slightly higher because I have Brooklyn either at 5 or 6, and Room is probably like 7 or 8 or something like that. So I'm going to give it to Brooklyn.
Yeah. Sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
First of all, to answer Ross Bristow's comment in the chat, 2022 movies in here because we put the top 8 from the 2022 tournament into the ladder series to see how they go.
Yeah.
But yeah, with this, it's tough. But I've got Room slightly above Brooklyn, so I'm going to go Room.
Yeah, and I've just never seen Brooklyn. Like I need to see it, but I haven't yet. I remember I had some family members that were talking pretty high on it, but it's one that like is a total opposite movie taste than me. My mom's sister, and so I'm kind of like, oh, she's like hyping it up. I might not like it, and it might not be my style of movie. I don't know, but I'll still check it out. But I got to give it to Room. Room is great. So.
And Room moves on.
Yeah.
Brie Larson takes out Saoirse Ronan again.
Yep. Again.
Next up, we've got Trumbo up against The Big Short.
Ooh. And this time it's Steven first.
I haven't seen either of these. I'll give it to The Big Short.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I've seen both of them, and I'm also going to go The Big Short.
Yeah. I have not seen Trumbo, so I'm not familiar with the director, Jay Roach. I don't know what he's done, but
Jay Roach did Austin Powers.
oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. They went from Austin Powers to Trumbo. Okay. Well, he's got some variety, but I have seen the Big Short, and I think it's great. I'm actually a pretty big Adam McKay fan, or like anything in that style. Like I think that it works really well for me. So I'll go with The Big Short.
Yeah,
Well,
I have not seen Trumbo either. Want to see it though, but I have seen The Big Short and love it. So I'm gonna vote for Margot Robbie in a bubble bath.
yeah, Margot in a bubble bath, and then also Selena Gomez giving like advice on the housing market for some reason. It's kind of weird, but
yeah, Big Short moves on, and just quickly, I'll do Austin's vote thing. I'm going through the filmography of Jay Roach because I guarantee you've probably seen a lot of his movies. You probably just don't realize he started off with a movie called Zoo Radio, then went to Austin Powers International Ministry, Austin Powers Spy Shaggy. He did Mystery Alaska, Meet the Parents, Austin Powers and Goldmember, Meet the Fockers, Dinner for Schmucks, The Campaign. Then he takes a complete turn and goes to Trumbo. Then he has his last movie to date was Bombshell.
Wow, so like a pretty good filmography, I'd say. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty solid. Yeah, dang, I had no idea.
But next up, we've got Ant-Man up against Vacation.
I think we could pass on this one too.
Yeah, we could just put Ant-Man.
I'll put through Vacation.
No. Well, if we had that in the championship, people would be like, "What is this? Is this real life?"
Next up, we've got Spectre up against Jupiter Ascending.
Want to put through Spectre again, or do you want to talk about it?
Give me a chance to write the other ones down first.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Yeah, we might be able to just put through Spectre.
Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't seen Jupiter Ascending, so I can't confidently say it's better than Spectre.
I saw part of it, but it wasn't that I walked out on it. I was just like busy.
I would, if we were actually doing this, I would maybe give a vote to Jupiter Ascending only because I can get more entertainment out of it. While I think that Spectre is boring.
Fun. It's like a fun bad movie. Yeah.
I think Jupiter Ascending is at least entertaining.
Yeah.
But I just don't want it in the championship. People would look at it. People would look at the championship and be like, "What the hell?"
I mean, you might get some people who are big fans of Jupiter Ascending. You never know. I mean, Austin's like here. We don't know what he likes.
No, he doesn't like it. He does the Eddie Redmayne voice all the time. That was bad. Yeah. But Jurassic World and Burnt. So, I think we're at Malcolm. So,
yeah, this is pretty tough. I mean, I do like Jurassic World, but I do actually like Burnt this a little bit more, so I'm going to go Burnt.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when Jurassic World came out, like when I was working at the theater, like I forgot how like massively popular Jurassic Park movies are, because it was just like sold out show after sold out show in our biggest theater that we had in the whole place. And I worked at a pretty big movie theater, but yeah, just over and over, just sold out shows and for like almost a week. So, and Burnt is good, but it's no Jurassic World here. So I'll vote for Jurassic World. Wolf.
Yeah, I've never seen Burnt, but spite vote for Inside Out. So Jurassic World.
Yeah. Well, Steven?
Jurassic World, since I've seen it.
Yeah. So Jurassic World it is.
Even though Bradley Cooper, I think he is from Philly.
Yeah. That makes
Except
sense.
we've got Knock Knock up against Creed.
Well, this could be a pass, but unless you want to talk about it. But
Is anyone voting for Knock Knock?
yeah, is anyone voting for Knock Knock? We could just put through Creed. Save some time again. May as
I mean,
well.
people speak now for your whole GPs because
Yeah, this is put in Creed, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's-
there's
It's a
I
speed
do.
round.
I mean, I they're both 4.5 stars for me, but yeah, I do like
Oh, yeah.
Creed a little bit more.
Yeah.
Wow, you think Knock Knock is 4.5? Like that's
I
Yeah.
really liked it.
Oh wow. Hey, to each their own.
yeah. All films subjective.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. What do we got?
Glass Onion.
Against,
Up against
the
Revenant.
The Revenant. Well, now we have a matchup. So, and I'm first. And I think this is, I mean, for me, like, I think Leo gives a great performance in The Revenant, but the rest of the movies kind of gets boring to me. So I'm going to vote Glass Onion. I thought it was great. So, Wolf?
I think his performance and the movie is great, so I'm going to give it to The Revenant.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think?
And I simply haven't seen Glass Onion yet, so The Revenant.
Oh. Well, it's on Netflix. You can go watch it. But Malcolm.
I would have been the lone vote for Glass Onion, but the Revenant moves on.
No, I voted for a Glass Onion, so I think it might be a tie.
It's a tie then.
And I think you have the tiebreaker, right?
Yep. So Glass Onion.
Oh. Glass Onion, let's go. Yeah. Like Inarritu, like it's kind of an interesting director to me. He's good,
We've
but
got
not all his
Jumanji
movies
up against
resonate.
Top Gun Maverick, both legacy sequels.
Yeah. All right. And it'll be Wolf first.
Both legacy sequels, but one, and both good legacy sequels, by the way, but one that is far better and arguably the best legacy sequel up there with Blade Runner 2049, and that is Top Gun Maverick. So,
Yeah. Steven?
I wouldn't go so far as to say the Top Gun Maverick is up there with Blade Runner 2049. But
Me neither.
even though
in terms of legacy sequels, not actual quality, but I'm saying.
But as much as I love the scene where Karen Gillan is, pretending to, try to, flirt and seduce that one guard.
Yeah.
As much as I love that scene and how funny that scene is, I'm gonna go with Top Gun Maverick because Miles Teller is from my home and current town, Downingtown, Pennsylvania.
That's cool. Nice. Well, Malcolm. Baby,
yeah, I mean, I love Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, but Top Gun Maverick just blew me away last year. So Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, it's got to be a Top Gun Maverick. Like it just was a sequel that was better than the original. So yeah, Top Gun Maverick.
Did Top Gun Maverick win the 2022 tournament?
It might have.
No, I remember because
No,
even though I left, I remember Austin. He just got so furious because Everything Everywhere All at Once advanced.
Yeah. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We've got Wind River up against Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl.
Ooh, frick! This could be the hardest one.
And possibly. I think Wolfman is first.
Yeah, I think so. So.
Well, they're both in the championship, so that makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, they're both.
So at least me or on the Dying Girl has another chance, even if it loses this. But I will say that, you know what? I want to show some love to me or on the Dying Girl. I'm gonna Go for that.
Yeah. Steven.
Does not get enough love.
I'll go with the one I've seen, Wind River.
Yeah. And Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I think Wind River has won a tournament, so I'm going to go
Yeah,
Meet
that's what I was
Ellen
thinking.
Dying Girl.
Yeah. I think so too. So I think for that reason, yeah, we haven't talked about Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl all that much on here. So I'll go Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even remember if you've talked about it once.
Yeah, and like maybe not. Like it could be the first appearance of it, maybe. Yeah.
So we've got Everest up against Steve Jobs.
Right. And it'll be Steven.
Steve Jobs, because I've seen it.
And because your name is Steve, can we call you Steve? All right. Do you mind being called Steve, or do you just like Steven better?
Steve, people call me both, so doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Nice. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
I think if Steve Jobs was alive and tried to climb Everest, I think Everest will conquer him. So Everest.
Yeah. It'd be interesting if he was still alive. But I am gonna go Steve Jobs. Wolf.
If Steve Jobs is still alive and he climbed Mount Everest, I think Steve Jobs, he's so smart, I think he would conquer Everest. So Steve Jobs.
Might. So, do we have a tie, or is it Steve Jobs?
No,
Okay,
it'll be Steve Jobs, 3-1.
Okay. There we go. All right. That's it for that. We're getting there. We're almost there. To see what some of the favorites are for the championship.
Damn, it's possible we could end up being only around 3 hours today.
I know. Yeah, we'll see. We're making a decent time, but
We've got Hateful Eight up against Spotlight.
yeah. And I think is it Steven first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Austin, but this time I will go with Spotlight over Hateful Eight.
Ooh. Malcolm.
Look, I think Austin will be happy that we got Hateful Eight to the championship Spotlight.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be happy at least with that. But I've never seen Spotlight, so I just don't know if it's a movie I would like. So I got to go with the Hateful Eight. Wolf.
As much as I'm the Tarantino guy, I gotta go with Spotlight.
Yeah.
Spotlight
Spotlight.
3-1.
It's funny, Wolf, how your microphone makes everyone else like echo, but
Not him.
Yeah, not.
But are
not
you sure it's him? If everyone else,
I don't know. Maybe
No,
it's not.
I mean, I think that's the thing, though. I think it's sometimes when a microphone crackles like that, if it doesn't do it with the person, it still is that end. I don't know why it does that. It's not too distracting for me anyway.
No, it's not too bad. I'm fine. It's just a little scratch sound, but it's fine. It's not a big deal.
But anyway,
and
I've got
Malcolm.
Room and the Big Short.
Yeah. And Malcolm, you're up.
Oh,
yeah.
But yeah, I think I've got to go Room. Yeah, they're both literally close together for me, so I've got to go Room for myself.
Yeah, they're both really solid, but I don't know. I think I like the Big Short. I've been on a bit of an Adam McKay high recently, so I'll go the Big Short. Wolfman.
The Big Short was in like my top 15 of that year, or top 10, but Room was in like my top 5 maybe, or like high up in my top 10. So Room for sure.
Yeah, can't remember who it was that was on here and it was like saying how the Room's overrated and wasn't that great. But
The Room is not overrated. That movie is fantastic.
It's someone that said Room was but Steven?
Yeah, I gotta go with Room.
Ooh, so it'll be Room.
It'll be Room.
All right.
Ant-Man up against Spectre.
Ooh, This is kind of
We want to pass
Yeah.
Ant-Man again. Just keep on doing the pass.
a.
He just keeps
Okay.
on sliding in there.
Yeah, I love Ant-Man, but it keeps getting these easy matches.
I know, yeah. It's getting easy matches because yeah, like I'm up first, and I would pretty easily go Ant-Man here. Yeah, like Paul Rudd's great. Like there's a promo online for the new movie where he's like trying to sell a book about Scott Lang, but it's not.
No, they're
Like,
actually
you didn't
releasing
write-
that book. They're actually releasing that book from the movie.
Yeah, they're
Actually
going to release it.
actually
Yeah, that's
releasing
right.
it.
But apparently the character Scott Lang didn't even write it, so that's the whole joke of it. Yeah. But Wolf, what do you think?
Yeah, Ant-Man, easily.
Yeah. Steven?
I mean, I already said that Ant-Man keeps getting easy matches, even
Yeah.
though I do enjoy Spectre. But yeah, Ant-Man.
Yeah, gotta be Ant-Man.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Ant-Man.
We'll see if it keeps getting easy matches. Oh, I can't remember what's left.
Jurassic World up against Creed.
Oh, well, it depends. Wolf, you're up first.
Creed.
Yeah. Steven?
Creed.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Rocky 7. I mean Creed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's basically what it is. Creed, yeah. I'm gonna say that if it would have gone up with, well, if it would have been Jurassic World, maybe Ant-Man would have a better chance. But Creed might be tough.
I mean, maybe for you guys, but for me,
Yeah. Oh well, you never know. So we have the final four yet?
Yeah, we are.
Zoom out.
No, not quite.
You can see both of them.
Yeah, I
No,
think
we're
we're
not. Close.
on the Elite Eight. Yeah. So,
Yeah. I've got Glass Onion and Top Gun Maverick.
All right, we got a 2022 matchup here. Steven's first. So, what do you got?
it's funny. I think Top Gun Maverick is good, but I think it's overpraised. But I'm still going to vote for it because I've seen it, because I haven't seen Glass Onion.
Yeah. Well, I just can't believe how much money that it made and how long it was in theaters. It's crazy. But Malcolm.
Yeah, I love Glass Onion, but Top Gun Maverick,
Yeah.
easily.
This one's close, but yeah, I think I got to give it to Top Gun Maverick. Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, I agree sort of with Steven that, like, it's, like, I think Top Gun Maverick is a really good movie. It was in, like, the top 15 of that year, or top 20 of that year, something like that. I have to go back and look. But, like, it's not Oscar level for me. Like, that's the thing. Is I'm like, really, all this, like, Oscar love and being like, oh, it could win Best Picture. Like, I don't know. I don't see that type of stuff. But
it's in your top 20, you just said.
But a Best Picture is 10 films, not 20 films. So I don't think it's like worthy of being in the top 10 discussion of like of that year, because it was only in the top 20 of that year. But no, I would still give it to Top Gun Maverick though, because I have it a little higher than Glass Onion.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a Top Gun, right? Did you vote, Steven?
Yep.
You did, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And just because I want to see how this goes, we're going to do Spotlight in Room just because it's already shown on
Sure.
screen anyway.
Yeah. We already see it. Yeah, let's see. Spotlight in the Room. Yeah, that might be tough. I think it's Steven first. Oh, wait, no. You went first last time. No.
Yeah. But yeah, I've got Room a little bit over Spotlight, so Room.
I just haven't seen Spotlight, so I can't say anything. So Room. Yeah. Wolf.
Yeah, and I have Room a little bit above Spotlight as well. So Room.
Well, Steven?
Yeah, so Spotlight is like number 3 for me. from that year, and Brooklyn is number 5.
You mean
So-
Room?
Oh yeah, Room. Oh no, Room is lower actually. Yeah, Room's like 8. So Spotlight. I would have given it to Spotlight.
Yeah. What's going to be Room? We got 2 of our final 4. Let's see.
And got Me, You, and the Dying Girl up against Steve Jobs.
All right, and it's me first. And for me, like, I have Steve Jobs in my 128 because I just love the way that's written and the dialogue, and how they do so much with so little in it. So I think I got to go with Steve Jobs here. But like me,
has that been on the tournament though?
It's been on one, yeah, I think.
I mean, it would have had to be if it's in Jordan's.
Yeah, it's on my 128. Yeah, it was on mine. Yeah.
Sure. So if Mio and the Dying Girl has never been on a tournament,
Well,
fight.
let's just wait to see how everyone else votes.
But
yeah.
But I don't think Steve Jobs has won a tournament though. That's the thing. And I want to rewatch Me, Earl and the Dying Girl. I've only seen it once, and it was excellent. But I kind of want to see if it's like good enough to make my 128. It could be. So I'll go with Steve Jobs.
Poor bots are back.
Oh, are they? I have it in like full screen mode, just like kind of chilling out. Oh,
I don't think I've seen them in a while.
Yeah.
I actually think it's
There you
the
go.
first time. I think it's actually
watching the stream. Find love if you're watching the stream. Well, I don't know how well it's gonna work here, but Wolf, what do you think?
I am gonna go with Mio and the Dying Girl.
Yeah, Steven?
Steve Jobs.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Well, we're going to have a tie because I haven't seen Steve Jobs. I'm going to go meet her on the Dying Girl.
Oh, and who was the tiebreaker? Is it?
I was at last time, so it must be you, Jordan.
Oh, man, this one's tough. Like, what do you do? But I don't know. Like, I just want to give some love to Steve Jobs. Like, I really do. I love that movie, so I got to go Steve Jobs. Sorry, but we'll see me on the Dying Girl in the championship. So
yeah. But next up we've got Ant-Man versus Creed. This will be an interesting who would win in a fight battle.
I know. Yeah, right. It could go either way, and it'd be funny if it was Creed 3, which has Jonathan Majors.
But
like,
anyway,
that
I think Wolfman starts up this one anyway.
Yeah.
So Ant-Man versus Creed.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Ant-Man, your hot streak is over because Creed.
Yep. Steven.
I actually like Creed 2 more than Creed 1. So and I love Ant-Man's actually a top 10 MCU movies for me. So I'm gonna go with Ant-Man.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, Mama said knock ants out, so Creed.
yeah, and like we'll see how Ant-Man ranks because I really do like it because I'm getting ready to put my official official MCU ranking together because we're going to be doing that in a couple weeks here. That do an official one for the channel, but including all the TV shows and everything. So and so like I'm not totally sure where it would rank yet. I gotta like sit down and think about it. But for right now, I'm gonna go Creed. Creed is just great. So. Oh,
go.
And it disappeared. That happens to me sometimes. Yeah. There we go.
Now,
all right, we got our final 4. So we got 3 from. Wait, no, Steve Jobs. That's 2015, right? So we got 3 from 2015.
3 from 2015 and 1 from 2022.
22. Oh, all right. So Top Gun Maverick versus Steve Jobs, and I can't remember who's first. I think. Is it Malcolm? I think it might be you. Malcolm.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
We'll just
go with that.
We'll just say it is and go with it.
Yeah, because I could be way off, but it's fine.
I mean, I still haven't seen Top Gun. I've still haven't seen Steve Jobs since it started. So Top Gun Maverick.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, I think this time I gotta go Top Gun and Maverick because not only was it great, it just had that like great action and entertainment value on top of what was great. So, Wolf, what do you think?
Oh man, I am gonna go with. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Top Gun Maverick. I just can rewatch it a lot more than I can Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Well, Steven?
Top Gun Maverick. I'm gonna go with.
Yeah. Well, clean sweep for Top Gun Maverick.
And Room
right.
versus Creed.
And it's me first. I think this time I got to go with Creed. Like Creed was just a banger. It was really good. So, Wolf.
As much as I love Creed, I got to go with The Room. Actually,
Yeah. Steven.
It would be kind of funny if the two Legacy sequels are in the final round.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That is a good point.
But I'm still gonna go with Room because it's just the better movie, I think.
Yeah.
We
could get some justice for the 2022 tournament if Top Gun wins. It can finally get the win. But Malcolm, what do you think?
So yeah, I'm going to tie this up and go Creed, so it goes down back down to Wolfman.
Oh yeah, you get the tiebreaker.
Oh,
you can switch it.
I am almost tempted because of the whole like legacy sequel idea.
Yeah,
I like that.
That would be fun.
I like that logic. Let's do legacy sequel versus legacy sequel and do Creed versus
Creed. Let's go, Apollo Creed or whatever they call Adonis. All right, 2 legacy sequels. Which one do we like better? And it goes to Wolf first.
Well, if you technically count Creed, I was wrong because I actually don't think Top Gun Maverick is the best legacy sequel since, up there with Blade Runner 459 because Creed is also up there. They're both kind of high up, but Creed is to me, I think, as far as recent legacy sequels, like one of the best. So, I'm actually going to go with Creed here.
All right. Well, Steven.
It's funny. I think they're both kind of similar. The main character from the franchise mentoring a younger.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Top Gun Maverick.
Well, Malcolm?
Just barely.
Yeah, it's close.
But yeah, I'm going to go Top Gun Maverick easily here because I like it more than Creed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's close, but yeah, like Tom Cruise is just like one of the few true what can I say, like Hollywood stars that we have movie stars, out there. I mean, there's a handful, but yeah, and he's just like great in everything that he does. Like it's one of the few that like people go out to see a Tom Cruise movie just because he's in it. Like it doesn't even matter what the movie is. So I gotta go with Top Gun, and the movie's great. It's really good. So better than the original.
I don't know if that's entirely accurate because Cruise has had a couple of bombs.
I guess so. Yeah, like Rock of Ages and some of those. Yeah.
The Mummy.
I'm curious though, out of curiosity, because I liked Room more. If I would have voted for Room, would y'all all have voted that over Top Gun? I'm just curious.
I would have, yes.
No, I wouldn't have.
I probably still would have gone Top Gun over Room.
Then it would have been a tie.
For me, Creed makes it a tougher matchup than The Room for me.
For me, Creed. I agree that Creed is a tougher matchup, but if it was Room, I would have easily gone with Room.
Yeah. But no, I was just thinking. Is the Mummy with Tom Cruise? Did that make any money, or did it not make money? I thought maybe it still made money.
I'm pretty sure that was a bomb. I think. The bomb
Yeah,
was
I don't know. I
because I think it
remember if
cost
it
them
was.
so much. Like that's the thing. They spent a ton. On
Yeah,
that.
that's probably true. Like for the amount that they spent, yeah, maybe it didn't
I
make
think
money
it
back.
didn't make its money back. Yeah.
But yeah, that'll do it for us tonight, though. That was fun. So yeah, we'll see the Sweet 16 from that in the championship, and we won't be doing a poll with the Elite Eight and the Schmoon on Friends and Family. We'll save that for the championship. So just wait until probably like Thursday. We'll get one in the Facebook group. But yeah, that was fun. Thanks, guys. We'll just do some plugs and that'll do it. So we'll start with Wolf. Where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Mega Movies. I just started this past weekend the Scream review series, and I am gonna be every weekend reviewing a Scream movie leading up to Scream 6. And I don't know how you feel on Scream 3, but I'm actually gonna have Austin on for that episode. If you want on that, Jordan, you can be on.
Sure, yeah, like I'd be down for that. Because yeah, like I think Scream 3 kind of gets a bad rap sometimes, so I'll defend it. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. So,
yeah.
So yeah, I'm starting that up, and then also, I have my Bloody Valentine 3D drinking game I'll be doing with Austin.
Oh, but that's good.
but okay, that's debatable. But it still has like some drinking like
they do so many.
They do so many 3D shots in that movie. You could like get drunk just off of 3D shots.
I guess you got the wrong idea of your show because I thought your show you do bad movies.
Nah. Oh, I mean, we don't think it's a good movie, but that's like.
It's debatable for people, yeah.
But I guess it's debatable for some because that is actually higher rated than I believe I remember it being. But
I'm a Supernatural fan, so I liked watching Jensen Ackles in that.
True. But yeah, I have that. Plus, I've got some more like I'm starting up this. I want to try to get some more like horror reviews done this month because I have this like thing I do that I started last year called February Scary, where it's like horror themed reviews outside of just the Scream stuff I'm doing. So there's that, but also my Awards Roundtable show coming back, Hall of Heroes because of Quantum Mania, that's coming back here soon. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff. So be on the lookout for all of that and more. And I gotta get going. So this was fun though, but
yeah, that's fun.
I'm glad I was able to be on this with you guys, and I will be on for Tuesday and for the championship. So
yeah, we'll see you back both days. So
yeah, I'm excited. So
all right, thanks. Yeah,
see you later.
Have a good one. Yeah, we'll see you. But Steven, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me. Maybe I think maybe I should start doing a series of short films to put on YouTube so I can get a deal with A24 for them to make a horror feature out of it, like this 17-year-old kid apparently just did that that I was reading an article on.
Oh wow!
It's called like The Back Rooms or something like that.
Oh wow! Crazy.
But I guess I'm supposed to be back here on Wednesday for whatever the trivia thing.
Yeah.
And then
we'll be doing it. And normally the trivia will be live going forward. This first one's going to be pre-recorded, so we're going to film it Wednesday, but then it'll be out in probably a couple of days after that, or like a day or two, something like that. So.
And then on Thursday, I have a Full Metal random match of movie release dates.
Ooh, nice.
I think Austin is in that too.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm like curious to see like how it goes because you guys are both no release dates. So, but Malcolm, where can we find you?
You can find me on Take 3 Productions. I host Rankum every week next week we are doing movies based on comics, but not Marvel or DC. It'll be the other companies plus the ones that are technically Marvel and DC, but not really like the imprints like Kick-Ass and all that.
Okay. Well,
Um,
be careful about doing it during the Super Bowl because that'll be going on. But it's up to you. It's your show.
I mean, I don't care about the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so whoever
sure.
can go.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want to watch football, go watch Malcolm's ranking. Yeah. Mhm.
But yeah, you can also find me popping up on Movie Hero, subjecting people to these tournaments of every year.
Yep.
And
Fun stuff.
and you can find me doing trivia over on Format also.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good. And yeah, you can find me. We can find everything for the channel at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find. If you follow my personal Instagram, you'll probably see more. I'm promoting it more there because it dual uploads onto Facebook. So if you can follow me at Jordan83616, and then you can find all things for the channel at the Schmodown Friends and Family Group on Facebook, and we also have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/moviehero, you can find exclusive content, some exclusive episodes, which I'm getting ready to upload our animation draft that we did. I'm just going to add some graphics to it and kind of make it a little cooler looking, give it a little upgrade for the Patreon. So I'll have 3 days off in a row starting on Thursday. So that's when I'm going to start working on it. So within like 4 or 5 days, it'll probably be showing up there. And then also I was going to show a little promo that I made for the trivia that I'm going to be doing on my channel, but it was 17 megabytes too large for the StreamYard, so it wouldn't let me upload it, and that was already after I compressed it down already. So, which is funny because it's only like a 1 minute like promo thing, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it up on our channel and some of our social media, so you can find some links to it there, and you'll be able to check it out there. I'm gonna do that actually after we're done here. So, but there is a little. Let me see. Little thumbnail you can see. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be called the Seen and Heard Trivia. So it's going to be monthly trivia, but I want to try to make it twice a month if I can, because it just takes quite a bit to pull all those clips and the music and everything. It's going to have some copyrighted stuff, so unfortunately we have to keep it over on the Patreon, but for the first 3 months, we're only going to have it for only $1. So it only costs you $1 to watch it. After that, though, it'll probably go up a little bit, maybe like $5. It won't go up that much. But if you get in on the $1, you'll have that price for life. You'll just pay $1 forever. But if you wait, then it might go up a little bit for you. But anybody's eligible to play. You don't have to be a member of the Patreon to play, but you do have to be a member to watch it. So yeah, but and then I'll be getting back into some Snack Hero stuff and some video game streaming very soon. Actually, we kind of already did get back into Snack Hero because yesterday Austin wanted to do a Snack Hero, so we just did a big supersized Snack Hero over there. So that's actually on the channel. I probably won't be doing another one of those for at least a week, but then you'll see them maybe like every few days after that. So you can watch for those. And then a little preview of what's coming up on the channel. So obviously we already did part 1 tonight, so we got part 2 tomorrow and part in the championship on Wednesday, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a break from a tournament fights for a little bit, just a few days, but we're not gonna have another episode again until the following Monday. Just after 3 shows in a row, we want to have a little break, and then also I got some things that came up over the weekend that I gotta take care of. So we'll be doing it Monday with best spy movies is what it'll be. So we're gonna have like a lot of franchises, like all the James Bond movies, the Austin Powers movies, the Mission Impossible movies, Jason Bourne, like all that stuff. Some Jack Ryan probably in there. So yeah, that'll be fun. And then we have
Me.
We have Malcolm Lays, yeah. So that'll be the next one, yeah. So next Tuesday it'll be a Malcolm's episode for his top 120 part 1. So yeah, whenever you have that list ready, Malcolm, you can send it over. But or we can talk more off camera. We had a unique idea of you making your own bracket, but we can talk later. So and then we also have a Robert De Niro versus Al Pacino match coming up. We have Stephen Shepard's part 2 of his 128. We're doing his 128. Then we have our the second episode of our best animated movies tier ranker. So we're trying to get back into a few tier rankers. We're going decade by a decade, doing every decade of animated movies. We just had to split the 2010 into 2 parts because it was pretty stacked, and probably we'll have to split the 2000s into 2 parts. It's what it's looking like, but probably all the rest we can get away with just 1 part. And then we also have best movies set in the winter time, but no Christmas movies though. So like literally any other movie that's set in the winter will be eligible. We have best movie duos, and then before long we'll be getting into Malcolm Lays Part 2 around the beginning of March. So that's just a few episodes that we have coming up. Maybe an extended look at like what's going on, and also if you'd like to be on an episode, we just put our new schedule over in the Schmodown Friends and Family group, and then on all of our other social media there's some links to it, but the official schedules in the Schmodown Friends and Family group, so you can see all the way to the beginning of May over there, and if there's any episode you want to sign up for, you can sign up there, because those episodes do tend to fill up pretty quickly, so it's first come first serve, so you can just take a look and you can comment on that post, or you can DM me. And then on the Patreon, I'm going to be doing an extended look where we're going to add maybe an extra 2 months after that if you want to see a little even further out look and get first dibs even further. But you got to be a member of the Patreon to see it, and that'll come. That'll be on the Patreon tomorrow is when it's going to be. So yeah, but that'll do it for us tonight. So that was fun. Thank you again, guys, and what I'm going to do, because I didn't play our little intro to it, that we're going to go out on the intro that we usually have to get hyped up for the tournament. So for Stephen Shepard, for Malcolm, for the Wolfman, who else am I forgetting?
Brian.
And for Brian Nussbaum, yeah. I've been Jordan at the Oh yeah, and JPO too. Yeah. Shout out all those guys. So yeah, they're all great. So but yeah, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do?
It's showtime.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole?
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
Let's do this, Schmidt.
Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins.
Jenkins, Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.